Welcome back to Rounding Third Baseball, episode 350. Thank you to the best baseball community for 350 incredible episodes. I'm Nick. We have Harrison tonight. How are we doing tonight, Harrison?
Fantastic, Nick. Happy to celebrate what the kids would say, tree fitty.
Tree fitty. Yeah, this is a milestone I never really even remotely thought we would reach when we started this thing. I mean, this is crazy to be 350 episodes in, and a lot of things to say, catch up, and kind of reminisce on before we head into the show. But first, make sure you follow and like us on Facebook. You can subscribe on YouTube. You can also follow on Instagram, Rumble, and TikTok. You can also listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. We also have our affiliate sponsors, Logitech, MLB Shop, and Lids. You can find these links on the tops of all of our socials. So if you do any shopping with these companies, please use our links as we get a nice little kickback with no additional cost to you. Just a great way to support the show. We also have Rounding Third merch on Etsy. We have sweatshirts. We have t-shirts. Look at this. I know you want a Rounding Third t-shirt. Check that out. We have tumblers, phone cases. We got a whole bunch of stuff on there. Great way to support us and to get our name out there. So check us out. Rounding 3RD Baseball on Etsy. All right, here we are, Harrison. 350 episodes in. We have had some incredible moments. I would say, really, over the past year and a half to 2 years, it has really picked up for us. What has been like one thing like you will never forget that we have done on this show?
Oh man, just one thing, huh?
Well, I mean, it could be a bunch of things.
I
Like we're
mean,
here to celebrate.
yeah, I mean, for me, the biggest thing is, and I've said this a million times, and I love to tell the story of, we were on this show for what, 6 months. It was the three of us, you, me, and Sean starting off. It was just us three guys yelling into the interwebs about baseball. We'd go off on tangents and rants, and like we had no structure, no real format. We just kind of like talked ball, and to nobody. It was just the three of us because there was nobody watching. And then over time, like we get one or two people trickle through, and it was like, oh my god, we've got an audience. Um, and like I look at it now, and our chat just like lights up the whole
Yeah.
show, just comments and questions and feedback, and we got people giving us questions, and it went from a few guys talking to nobody to this group of baseball fans that literally they pop in every time we're on, and just want to hang out and talk with us. And it's hard to find people that can just talk baseball for any length of time anymore because nobody's got the attention span to get into it. And I think we've found the people that are like us that just love the game, and it's not just like the stats and the home runs and the milestones. Like they love the game of baseball, like the history, the strategy, the way the way everything works. It's fun to have a group of people like us that now choose to hang out with us.
Yeah, it's been absolutely incredible. I mean, I'm with you, right? When we started this, it was like, oh, it's just gonna be three of us talking. If anybody has anything to say, it doesn't really matter. They're just here to watch. Well, little did I know that this was going to grow into this incredible community. And I mean, the growth that we've had recently, we're up to 42,000 followers on Facebook. We're up over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Never in my wildest dreams did we ever think we were going to get to that. And we still have more growth, which is insane to think. But I think it's because of the community that we've laid the foundation of what we've wanted. And you laid it all out, right? Respectful guys that come, they just want to talk ball. They don't care who you're a fan of. They just want to talk about the game, right? So that's something that I didn't have in my vision when we started this thing. And it's just kind
No,
of morphed into this community that has been absolutely incredible. Our messages during the week just blow up with people wanting to contribute. And that's what we want to make this. Like Harrison and I are, in the grand scheme of things, we're nobody special. We don't come from that world. We just were like, let's start this and see what happens. And it's blown up into this huge, incredible community. So as much work as we've put into it, you guys make it what it is, and I can't say thank you enough for that. It's incredible.
Well, and I gotta say, like there are nights that, it's 8:15. I'm like, oh man, like I gotta do the podcast tonight. It's been a long day. I'm tired. I got a million things I should take care of. I'm like, oh man, I gotta do the podcast tonight. I'm like, all right, like, and then I get on here and I have a freaking blast. It's like,
Yeah.
because it's, you get in here and people start chatting and it's like, all right, like this is why we do it. It's not about, trying to become famous baseball broadcasters. It's about just trying to create a community of people that like the game and will hang out and talk to us. And I played golf last week with some friends from college. I mean, you know all of them,
Yeah.
and and a couple of them, they're like, I can't believe like what that podcast has become. Like, we remember when you started it and we were like, what is he doing? Like, why is he doing a baseball podcast? Now, like, we look at your page and it's, 40 plus thousand followers, and we just interviewed Clint Hurdle and Jonathan Van Every, and they're
Yeah.
like, well, what the, like, who would have thought that would have become anything?
Yeah, I never would I have thought we would have been talking to former players and managers, right? When we started this thing, they were still like untouchable. Like
Yeah.
could we ever talk to these guys? And that's been one of the coolest things ever is just realizing they're dudes that love the game too. So it's been an absolute wild ride, but I mean, from our Jeopardy games to the banter in between the questions, I mean, that got out of control, but like that's something I'll never forget. Like you guys were incredible during that. Um, Being an outlet for all baseball fans is incredible. Thank you, Curtis. And I mean, that's what this is about, right? I mean, there's times where you guys probably hate hearing us talk about the Red Sox and we're just venting, but then you guys throw in your vent about your team, like it's just absolutely incredible. So, man, it's been a wild ride. We're still going strong, and I can't wait to see what this brings. And maybe a fan union does break out from
We
this.
somebody's got to do it. Like, this is getting out of control. But and the last thing I'll say is I remember when we got started, we're like, we'll see how this goes, we'll see how long it lasts, and then we go right into a lockout, and we're like, oh, what the
Right.
hell are we going to talk about now? Like, we've been doing this for what, like 3 or 4 months, and then we hit. Was it even that long? I can't remember now. But
Yeah.
we hadn't even gone at it that long, and we go right into that lockout, and I'm like, what the hell are we going to do now?
Yeah. We started in October, and the lockout came in December.
Yeah, so, so we're like less than 3 months into this thing. We hit a lockout, and we're like, oh, awesome! Like, this is going to be fun. Um, and here we are, like going into potentially another one.
Yeah. Surprised with Nick's math skills that he could count to 350.
Oh, don't worry, Brandon. As Penny has mentioned many times, like, I double check his math.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, but honestly, like we owe a lot of our success to you guys. And it's been absolutely incredible. The support, the amount of time that you guys back us up in the chat, like in the comment section on certain trivia questions too. It's just been absolutely incredible. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Love it.
Yeah, and I love the fact that you guys can come in here and, like, give us crap, give each other crap. It's all like, it's all fun, it's all friendly, but it's like hanging out with the guys. We spend as much time talking baseball as we do like crapping on each other.
Hey, John Temple here, longtime listener, 1 millionth time commenter. Lo-
I love it.
Love that. All right. So again, thank you. Let's get into the show and start with our Sox. I mean, 13 straight, second longest streak in franchise history. My question to you, Harrison, is as simple as this. Which team do we believe? The one that started the first 3 months or this team right now?
I mean, I don't think you can believe either team. I think they're somewhere in the middle. But I will say, coming into the season, I had picked the Red Sox to compete to win the AL East. I thought they were potentially going to win the AL East because I thought with the pitching they had, they were going to score. I kept saying they're going to score enough. Like, they got enough offense, they're going to score. Um, yeah, I thought they'd have a shot to win the AL East, especially because the Yankees were going to be at, half speed until about now, and then they were absolutely abysmal for the first half of the year. Um, the pitching, they have the second best pitching staff in all of baseball. which isn't a huge surprise, although it's a huge surprise because you haven't had Crochet. And Sonny Gray looks like a runaway Cy Young winner at this point. I mean, it's ridiculous what that guy's doing. Another win today.
Yeah, he's lowered
It's
it to 2.4, I believe, is ERA.
it's like 2.48 and he's 12-1. Like I mean, he's the guy that's going to get some serious Cy Young consideration. Um, I thought this team would hit, and we knew they could pitch based on what they had. Now you move a bunch of the pieces around, and Roman Anthony's not here, Marcelo Mayer's not here. You got a bunch of young guys you never heard of. Now the offense is starting to come around. The pitching's been fantastic for the last like 2 months. Like that pitching staff's been absolutely lights out. Um, Even the bullpen, minus a few blowups, has been really, really solid. And I think you're beginning to see this team round into form. I'm still nervous that this offense is going to like they're hot and they're going to fall off because I don't know if I can believe it yet. But I think they are somewhere in the middle. But this is a team I thought was going to win the East, which is what made it so frustrating because they got off to such a terrible start because the offense they've had for years disappeared. And guys like Duran were hitting 190. And you're
Yeah.
like, what is happening to this team?
Yeah, I'm with you. Like, we went into the season thinking, like, yeah, offense isn't an issue here. They address the pitching. Let's go. We're going to hit the ground, hit the ground running. Red Sox are going to roll. And then they just, I mean, stink. For 3 months. I mean, god awful. But they have found the pitching. Now, did we crown the big three too early? Because this Anthony Siegler kid is, I think, the real deal. I like this kid's game a lot. And that's something the Red Sox have been doing lately, is kind of been going against the analytics and playing some small ball here. They're bunting, they're stealing, they're running. They're doing some stuff that's necessarily, not what the analytics say. So they're kind of playing the Milwaukee Brewers type baseball, if you will, right? They're catching the ball, they're hitting the ball, they're pitching the ball, which are the three fundamental things you got to do. And the Red Sox are doing it right now. Now, for me, what team do I believe? I want to see how this team reacts after this streak is broken. Okay. They got the Orioles, who are on their own heater right now. They won 7 straight. So you got two teams climbing up the AL East standings here. If the Red Sox lose one of the next couple games, what do their next 4 or 5 look like? Do they lose 5 straight, or do they just bounce right back and win a couple more? I'd take 2 out of 3 the rest of the way, right? Is that what that team looks like? Or do they just be like, well, okay, we're back to the first half team? I want to see how they react after the streak is broken, and that will tell me how I feel about this team.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of what you said I agree with. I think and I said it maybe a few weeks ago to you. I'm starting to wonder, is the big three going to be a bust? The advanced metrics from Marcelo Mayer are terrible. A lot of scouts are saying he just doesn't belong. Other teams are saying similar things, like he's an easy out. He's got major holes in his swing. Granted, still a young guy. Injuries are obviously a concern. The guy just cannot stay healthy, but he couldn't stay healthy in the minor leagues either. This is not like a new pattern for him.
Right.
So, Marcelo Mayer, I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of him at this point. Roman Anthony, again, hurt, and there's a lot of rumors about what's going on with him. They sent him to Florida to punish him. They think he lacks toughness. He's taking too long to come back. Is he taking the rehab seriously? On and on and on. Christian Campbell can't hit a AAA. So I think there's parts of this big three you're kind of looking at them going, maybe we were wrong. And we've got other guys that are contributing. But what's amazing to me right now is the fact that when you look at this Red Sox team, you still have Jarren Duran is lost. He's still lost out there.
Nowhere to be found.
You've got nothing out of who might have been coming into the season. Jarren Duran might have been your most complete player. Offense, defense, speed, all of it. He's been your worst player. Chad Durbin, we had such a terrible start from Chad Durbin. Caleb Durbin, not Chad Durbin, the old reliever. Caleb Durbin.
No wonder he couldn't hit.
Yeah, I was like, that's an old reliever. Caleb Durbin got off to such a terrible start. He's starting to come around, but even he's been very inconsistent. I don't think you've seen this offense actually hit full stride because you still have major holes. Wilyer Abreu has been a one-man wrecking crew for the last 2 weeks.
We'll get to him in a minute. Yeah.
Rafaela he might be your most consistent guy right now, which is frightening because that wasn't his MO.
Right.
Contreras has been absolutely the workhorse for this offense. But you got Romy Gonzalez has come back. He hasn't gotten a hit, and feels like, in days. Duran's done nothing. You're getting nothing out of the catcher position really in general. Like I feel like there's still opportunity for this team to be better. But I did think coming into the season this would be a playoff team. That's what made them getting off such a bad start frustrating. The pitching has been about the Dodgers are just a hair better in terms of overall staff than the Red Sox. Otherwise, the Red Sox pitching staff is elite. And if they can just get some offense on a consistent basis, this is a team that could be scary. But I just don't trust them yet because we haven't seen it long enough.
Yeah. Yeah, Brandon says Sonny Gray's had like 3 careers. He comes out blazing and disappears, rinse and repeat. It's pretty amazing. It is. And he's 36 to be pitching the way he is. Silic says Sonny Gray went from possibly being on the market to being AL Cy Young frontrunner. It's wild. Curtis, the moment I played Red Sox Sucks song, they turned it around. Their playoff team for right now. Yeah, the scary thing for the AL is their biggest young names still haven't produced anything yet. And that's fair, but we're not really sure if those are the right guys. Like we'll see what happens. But and Scott, I agree, right? First 3 months are a much larger sample size. Completely get that. But baseball is one of those games where it's like, the past is the past, can't change it. What are you right now? Are you hot going into the playoffs or are you limping, right? It's a game of momentum. But I mean, 13 straight and how they're winning, coming from behind, locking down the back end of the game. Like it's been impressive. Is that the true Red Sox team? Not sure, but we'll find out.
It's been a fun run. I mean, obviously this, they can't keep this pace up, but I do think they're better than we've seen, but I'd like to believe that, but I need to see it. Yeah. But they came out today and they absolutely beat up on McClanahan early.
Yeah.
And that's not a guy that's easy to get to. And they handled him.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like you look at the overall offensive numbers and you're like, this offense is still kind of crappy, but they're doing enough right now, which with the pitching staff they have is all you need.
Right. And yeah, Curtis says you better thank Contreras. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If we did not have Contreras the first half of this season,
oh my Lord,
we have 14 wins under our belt, maybe. He was literally the only offense for the first 3 months of the season. It was that bad.
Could you imagine? That would have been so bad. This team this team would be, even with this winning streak, they'd be at like 30 wins. It would be terrible.
Yeah. Scott started in both New Yorks. It was Yankees, Mets, and then they just swept the. Who else did they sweep before the All-Star break? They had one more series after the Mets.
Yeah.
Was it out west?
Man, oh man. I'm blanking on it.
It wasn't the Angels, was it? I feel like it was. I don't remember. Either way.
I think the Angels were in there, actually.
Yeah, because it was a West Coast trip, I thought. But anyways, yeah. And then they just took 4 from the race. So absolutely insane. Yeah, Angels and White Sox. That's what it was. Angels and White Sox. So, yeah, Mets, Angels, White Sox. I knew it was a weird road trip, but thank you, John. But, yeah, Washington, Angels, and the Sox. That's why Washington's didn't come in, because I can't watch any of those games. So crazy. Which I'm going to be blacked out of this next series. So I can't watch any Red Sox. So yeah. Saw Drake Baldwin 5 for 5 today. Austin Riley figured out how to play baseball. He went deep twice today too. So crazy. But all right. Wilyer Abreu, we talked about it. 4 homers in 2 days. Has the Abreu we've been waiting for finally arrived?
I mean, yeah. I think that. I mean, Abreu's one of those guys he's challenging because he is very streaky. Like he's one of the, he doesn't like totally disappear when he's not like on a heater, but he doesn't do a lot, but he gets incredibly streaky. And I think the struggle with him is he's so good defensively. He makes a lot of contact, but he just can't seem to get balls to drop. So it's been really nice to see him, actually contributing. But again, like I don't know if what level does he sustain this at. I just don't know because again he could go off and disappear for 2 weeks because that's just the way his game is. But when he's hot, my lord, just jump on and ride him because he will carry you.
His average against lefties is insane this year.
It's so
It's
backwards. He actually hits lefties in many cases better than righties, and it doesn't make sense. And that's why, like when they went out and got Jemai Jones, I was like, why are we getting Jemai Jones when you've got Abreu who actually hits lefties like he's right-handed? Um, and Jemai Jones goes out and hits a home run, and that's I think the only hit he's had.
yeah.
Um, so it's obviously not you're not getting what you hoped out of that, but I just he's a weird player. He's a weird player to me.
Yeah, Silix is with you. Too streaky reminds me of Churio with his streaks.
Yeah.
That's a great comparison.
Yeah.
The home runs are streaky, but you can't take this guy out of the lineup because he leads the league in defensive run saved.
Oh, he's disgusting.
He's crazy defense, and you look at him and you're like, this guy can't be a plus defender. Like he doesn't look like your plus defender. But that Red Sox outfield, man, not many balls get down with Abreu, Rafaela, and Duran out there.
No, I mean that grass feels really small when those guys are playing out there. Yeah. And I think when you look at the Red Sox outfield, I mean, aside from Duran's offensive struggles, if you're getting the typical Jarren Duran play, I mean that might be one of the best outfields across the league.
Yeah,
because they literally can do it all.
Yeah, I agree.
Abreu to me reminds me a lot of like J-Rod. Insanely streaky at the plate, plus defender. You just have to ride it out.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, the numbers will be there. You just don't know when the hell you're going to get them.
Right. Yeah. Fair.
So.
Yeah, fair. All right. Well, speaking of streaky, I don't really know if it's streaky. Hunter Goodman hits his 28th, 29th, and 30th home run today. His second 3-homer game this season. He is the first Rocky to ever do so. However, he's a Colorado Rocky, Harrison. Does somebody try to pry him away from this team?
They should. I mean, there's a lot of teams that should be calling about this guy. Anybody that needs a catcher, the Yankees who have openly said they need a catcher. Because this guy is not just a hitter; like he can handle it behind the plate. Everybody should be calling on this guy. If I'm the Rockies, I want a bag plus for this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I want everything you've got. You better ship me your whole minor league system, and that's what it's going to take to move this guy. Because he's a cornerstone franchise player. If the Rockies signed long-term deals, he's the guy you give one to.
I honestly, if you're the Rockies, I don't know what you're waiting for, because teams are struggling for top of the line catchers. I like, who would you say are the best catchers in the league right now? Give me the top 5.
It's hard because
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's you look across the league and Goodman and Langoliers are probably your top 2. Normally you put Cal Raleigh in that category. He's been trash. Austin Wells people thought would end up being something. He's not.
Yeah.
Carlos Narvaez looked like he was going to be a great catcher. He's turning out to be a bust this year. I mean, you've got some young guys that are on the way up, but I mean, when you think of like rock solid stud catchers, there ain't many.
Not with these kind of power numbers. That's for sure. I mean,
no.
I would put Dingler up there. I would put the other Contreras brother up there. Maybe even Gabby Moreno from the Diamondbacks, but he's got a lot of health issues. But yeah, for me right now,
those guys are mostly defensive.
Right. Yeah, John Carter or Curtis is saying Dingler or Goodman, either one. Well, that's what he wants on the Yankees. I get it. John Carter says Will Smith, Dingler, Langoliers, Bald, Drake Baldwin, of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
stud.
those are the five: Silix, Langoliers, Baldy, Goodman, Smith, Contreras, and I would get behind that. I think those are the top five right now for
That's
sure.
probably that's probably it.
Yeah, yeah, everybody's in the same ballpark there. So, Michael, I'm surprised that it isn't just the five catchers that the Braves have in their system, but I'm glad you have a little bit of variety in there. But yeah, Contreras, Baldwin, Langoliers, Goodman. Yeah.
But it's not a very long list.
No, it's not. So what do you pay to get this guy? Ivan said back here, give them whatever they want. Right? Give them what they want for him.
Yeah, I
And
mean, if you need a catcher and you think you've got a chance to resign this guy, you give him everything. What do you want?
yeah,
I will fill up the van and bring it to you.
yeah. Yeah, he's not just a phenomenal hitter. He's also a very good defensive catcher. Yeah,
Yep.
so it's
He
1,000%.
plays both sides.
Yeah. We'll get into another catcher later. But if the Rockies are like, if the Rockies are serious about trying to move this team forward, I just don't see how you move on from this guy. I really don't.
No, no, you can't. You can't afford to move on from him. I mean, this is a guy you can't replace. I mean, when you look at like overall, fully, the complete player at catcher, it might be Goodwin and Baldner that are only two right now that do what they do on both sides. Like guys that are very good with the bat, but also very good with the glove.
Yeah.
Just those two.
Yeah, at that level, I would agree. I mean, Langoliers is close, but I think these guys are a notch above him defensively.
Yeah,
But
just he's a unicorn. He's a unicorn, and
yeah,
so that and getting any offense out of the catcher position is a bonus. So
yeah.
what do you want? Like,
Yeah.
I'll ship it.
If they trade him, they should just sell the team. Yeah,
Well, and I
agree.
think that would be a really, really hard one to sell to fans, that this somehow improves the team long term. Like, they're not going to care. Like, you just took our absolute stud number one guy and shipped him out. Like, that's unforgivable.
Yeah. John says if he goes to the AL, it's the Yankees, Red Sox, or White Sox. If they are down on Teal, Red Sox may have the best to offer. Do you send him Roman Anthony and Carlos Narvaez? Is that what the Rockies are looking for? I mean, are they looking for a guy like Roman Anthony? But injury history,
Yeah.
Rockies looking at that like, nah, no, thanks. Like you're gonna have to give us more than that. So I don't know. I don't even know if he's on the block. I don't think he leaves Colorado, but just kind of playing hypothetical here
Yeah.
because it's fun.
It is fun. I mean, and Hunter Goodman's the kind of guy that 29 other teams would love to have. There's really not many teams that can say like I've got a good catcher. Most of them
Yeah,
are saying like I've got somebody there who's adequate,
yeah,
but I could use an upgrade.
yeah. So the thing with Rushman, John, is I heard a report that Basayo left the game the other day. So they might kind of be stuck with Rushman for now. And I say stuck, he made the All-Star game, but but I think Basayo left the game. I haven't heard exactly why. But that might I mean Rushman's name's been on the block for the last 2 years, it seems, with Basayo there. So I don't know. We
Well,
will
I think
see.
it's hard because Adley's never gotten back to the levels he was at in 23, 24. Like he came up. I mean, he literally has declined from his rookie year. Every single season he's declined.
Yeah.
And he's settling in to be a pretty much a slightly above average catcher.
Yeah. I agree.
He's certainly not the franchise player, face of the franchise guy they thought they were getting with him. He's been, sadly for his, for a guy that came up with such massive expectations, he's not meeting them. Like he's
Yeah.
falling well short.
Yeah. Ivan, listen, I mean, the Rockies and the Yankees do have that talk open. I don't know if that's changed because you remember like DJ LeMahieu went there from Colorado. I know it's kind of was free agency, was that a trade? I don't remember. But they also got
Oh,
Ryan McMahon, DJ LeMahieu. Can't remember if that was free agency or a trade. But then
LeMahieu,
there
I'm pretty
was
sure I'm pretty sure they signed LeMahieu as a
okay,
free agent.
okay. Okay. So but then they had the trade for Ryan McMahon. So
Yep.
Rockies and Yankees do have a relationship there. So I mean, I'm sure the
Well,
phone call's going to him. But
it's a whole new front office now.
well, right. Ivan said he's a right-handed catcher with power. He's our answer to losing Stanton every season and running out Wells every
Yeah.
game. He solves two major problems and balances out the lineup. Judge, Rice, and Goodman, Belly as a juggernaut in the middle of the Yankees lineup. Yeah, and that might be the only chance an AL team has to beat the Dodgers. So yeah, LeMahieu was a sign, McMahon was a trade. So yeah, either way, um, it would be next to impossible for the Rockies to let this guy walk and go to a contender. You would have to get because I mean he's still got a ton of control left, right? 2 or 3 years at least.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure he's still before even arbitration.
Arbitration. So they got 3 or 4 years then of control.
He's coming up to his first arbitration year next year. So this is technically service year number 3.
Okay. So
So
3 years.
He's halfway through his 6.
Yeah. So 3 years of control. Now, does that arbitration number start scaring the Rockies? Would this be the time to trade him?
I think, here's a guy, he's 26 years old. He's in his 4th season. I mean, third full season, basically, because his first year is 20 games in September. He's blooming into, last year he was one of the best catchers in baseball. This year he might be the best catcher in baseball. If you don't think you can sign him, then yeah, you move him. But this is a guy, he's a free agent in 2030. Put some money on the table now. Take this kid off the table. Give him a 7, 8, 9 year deal, and just make sure he's a Rocky for the long term. And don't mess around.
Yeah.
Or trade him, but don't do what the Rockies usually do, which is hang on to these guys another year, and dump them at the deadline for a bunch of like speculative young guys. Either get a package of proven talent you can put on that field today, or sign them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the second and third arbitration year where the money gets crazy. Yeah, I mean, I agree, but if he's going to start, he's already got 30 home runs this season. So if he's starting to put numbers like that, year one could get crazy. So
I mean, there's certainly caps to it, but he's going to be a guy that changes that scale a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of like Scooble has, like, Skeens will too. These guys are just different.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Brandon Woodruff, season-ending surgery on the shoulder. Is he going to hang him up? This is his, 5th or 6th surgery? I mean, it seems like every time we're talking about this guy, he is on an extensive IL stint. Is Brandon, are we going to see Brandon Woodruff again?
Man, they're reached the point where you kind of have to like ask why. So like this is the same surgery he got in 2023 that took him out for a whole year. He's getting it again. The rehab timeline on this can be up to 20 months.
Yeah.
Like this could be a situation of you miss all of next year and then you're still delayed coming back the year after that. Like this is not a minor thing where they're going into a shoulder again. Same thing he's already had. He knows what he's getting into. And they asked him that question point blank, like, what's next for you? And he's like, I'm going to get the surgery and I'm going to try to come back. Like, this is what I do. This is who I am. And I want to keep doing it as long as I possibly can. But he's looking at like another 18 to 24 month rehab. And I mean, at what point do you just say, I can't do it anymore? Like, give me my life back.
Yeah. And I mean, John Temple, I'm kind of with you, right? Like, man, you made your millions, just go enjoy a quality of life. And I mean, I get wanting to play for as long as you possibly can, right? These guys are type A personalities that just have to compete. Like, he is probably attacking this rehab, right? Like he's competing.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because that's what these guys do. So, like,
yep.
I get it. Like, these guys live for the competition. They live for baseball. as we do. I just physically can't do it anymore. I would love to still be out there.
Oh
I
yeah.
can't physically do it. Right? These guys are still getting paid quite a bit of money to do this. So why not? But I mean, I get it. Like if he can't lift his arm above his shoulder, a la Steven Strasburg after the World Series, what is your life after?
Yeah. What's the point?
Yeah, it's tough. Sillick says I like Woodruff as a lot as a player and a person, but he has to hang it up. His body's fallen and won't recover. Yeah, the older you get, the tougher it is to recover. He's 33. He won't pitch again in majors until at least 35.
Yeah.
I don't see him doing much if he does make it back. Yeah, I agree.
No, what do you got left at that point?
Scott, I think I might go fishing. Yeah, I mean, his shoulder's different, man. It's not the Tommy John oil change. Like this is a full shoulder reconstruction again.
Yeah, this is aggressive.
Yeah, it's
And
tough.
he's already done it before, and he knows the rehab was an absolute son of a bitch to come back from. I mean, he almost didn't make it back from this one, and you're
Yeah.
gonna go do it again. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, and this might be it, highlights. This is a great point. Not sure if he's on a long-term contract, but if he is, the incentive to continue is to get paid. I think retirement voids that. So
It does.
yeah.
But a lot of times they negotiate a settlement buyout when they retire. So like the team may just buy him out of the contract and he can retire, because that's what the Nationals were attempting to do with Strasburg. It's like let's just cut you a check and you can just retire. And then they want to give him like a nickel, and he was like, no, like not after I gave my right arm for you guys.
Yeah. And then they said we'll see you in spring training.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
oh my god, man, that was
still one of the dumbest things I've ever seen.
biggest slap in the face ever. The dude literally he cost his right arm so you could win a World Series, and you say that to him was just
and you didn't even care.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
anyways, just terrible.
Yeah, Sean, when you can't wipe your own butt without pain, then it's time to pack it up and go do rich people things. I mean, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, you're not wrong.
No.
Like, at what point do you look at your quality of life and it just wasn't worth it?
Yeah. So, all right, Aaron Savali to the Cubs. So the A's finally, sort of had a pitcher, and now they don't. Which, that's a subject for a different day. But does this indicate the Cubs are buyers, or is this move more out of necessity?
I mean, I think the Cubs are buyers. I think every year they give you this impression they're going to be like big time buyers, and they end up kind of like nibbling around the edge. They're like, oh, let's go get an Aaron Savali. Let's go grab a random middle of the bullpen arm.
Jose Quintana.
Yeah, like nothing big ever comes of it. So, I mean, I do think they're going to be buyers. I just don't know to what extent they're going to be aggressive. But I definitely think they feel like they can compete in the NL, and because of that, they're going to explore things, but they won't pull the trigger.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. I think this is, at this moment, it's out of necessity. And because Savali's not necessarily a splash, and maybe the Cubs aren't looking for a splash. Maybe they're just looking to build some depth in that rotation, in that pitching staff. And he'll do that. He'll eat innings for you. Is he a fantastic pitcher? Like, no. Is he good? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's serviceable. So I think this move is more out of necessity than necessarily, like you said, being all in. So, yeah, good for the Cubs.
Yeah. Savali's a nice piece, but he doesn't move the needle for you. He's just going to eat some innings and sit at the back of that rotation, and he's an arm.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is what I mean, Silix, right? They really don't have legit starting five with injuries and performance. They've turned two relief pitchers into starters already. And they've been their two best. Yeah, so it's more out of necessity at this moment.
Yeah,
so.
they're in a tough spot. Like, they really need to go. I mean, they need to overhaul, but they can't, because you got guys that are going to come back at some point. But they've been a mess.
Justin Steele, where I have lost track of him. Ever since popping his hamstring on opening day, what was it, 2 years ago? It took him a long time to come back. He's out again, but what's the deal with Justin Steele?
So last I saw on Steele is that he's beginning a throwing program, or he's scheduled to start a throwing program in August. Um, it it doesn't sound good that you'll see him this year, but it does sound like he's going to be kind of turning up the aggressiveness on his rehab.
Yeah.
So, he basically started like flat ground, short throwing in June. He was building up. He's doing a little bit of long toss now. He's gonna actually get on a mound in August. So I mean, I could you see him this year? There's no timetable saying you will. They're also not saying you won't.
Yeah.
And they've even said like they might even bring him back as a reliever if he can only handle short stints. Because what they want to do the same thing like the Rangers did with DeGrom is they want to get him back in September if they can, to get him some innings, to just let him get a little bit under his belt before you go into the offseason.
Right.
So they've even talked about bringing him back as a reliever just to get him on the field.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Savali style suits Wrigley better than that AAA kiddie pool. Yeah, man, that ballpark is tough. No, the best pitchers can't even pitch in that ballpark right now. So
it's rough. I mean, that ballpark is rough.
Yeah. Highlight says the Cubs say he'll come back this year as a reliever if he does come back. So yeah.
Yeah, they want to get him they want to get him into games this year if possible.
Yeah. So he's progressed to thinking about throwing. Yes. Yeah. Just about.
But when he started thinking about throwing, he woke up with a sore shoulder and was shut down.
Yeah. There's just guys that are like that, but yeah.
Well, it seems like for him, it started with that like freakish. Was it a calf injury or a hamstring injury that?
It was like opening day.
Opening day, right?
It was a hamstring pop.
And then he's just like never been able to come back since, and it's all different stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Well, staying with the Cubs, Harrison, we're all over Anthony Rizzo because he like throws out the first pitch after his retirement last year and drops a home run ball. Right? I mean, hit right to him. We're like, what are the odds? He throws out the first pitch, goes out in the bleachers, and drops the home run ball by Ballesteros. Yesterday, they have the whole celebration of the 10th year anniversary of the 2016 World Series. He's out in the bleachers again, and he catches a home run ball this time. This dude just a ball magnet. And this was off the bat of Michael Busch. He caught it this time with his son in his hands. Pretty cool. But my goodness, man. Like just one of those weird baseball things. Absolutely incredible.
Freakish to get two hit to you. It is freakish. And the fact he caught it with the kid, it's like, you couldn't do that with your hands completely empty last time.
I think he was also a little bit more sauced the first time, if you will. I think he was contributing to that beer snake that they had going out there, but
that is fair.
Still.
He may have been partaking in some.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, I miss this guy already. But this was really cool. I just like when the report came across, I'm like, why are they bringing this back across like as a story? And then I'm like, oh shit, he like caught it this time. I was like, what are the odds? That's wild.
Yeah, I thought they were showing the same clip from the prior time, and I'm like, oh, this is why are we watching this again? Same as you. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh wait, no, never mind.
Yeah. Cool. I love that he goes out and sits with the fans in the bleachers though. Just cool. That part I absolutely love. And I can't even imagine being the fans around him. It'd be so cool.
Could you imagine getting to your seat and you look over and it's like, oh, it's Anthony Rizzo sitting next to me. Cool.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So
no big deal.
Rizzo's like Votto. They're all about the game and fans and enjoying it to the fullest, 1,000%.
Yeah, they just make it fun. Like they've got great personalities. They're great with the fans. They genuinely have a good time. I find that so cool.
Yeah,
most guys aren't like that.
Mike Reed, you're probably onto something here. Dads have superpowers that let them make plays while holding their kids.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sure. The Cubs need to get him in the booth full time. He'd be really entertaining. Yeah. I agree, Forrest.
Just have him around. Like let him just wander around the ballpark.
Yeah, a
I
good
mean,
ambassador, 1000%.
it'd be so much fun to like give that guy a microphone and let him just walk around the ballpark.
Yeah,
People would have a blast.
and these are the guys that would, that fit like our style of baseball fandom, if you will, right? Guys that just love the game. They could talk about it for hours. Like you said, the ambassador Curtis, like there's not enough of those guys right now, right? And Anthony Rizzo seems to take pride in that. And there's not many players today that take pride in that aspect of the game. So I'm glad he is doing that. It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Yeah, my
It is
grandfather
awesome.
always told me the day you stop having fun and enjoying it is the day you stop playing. Yeah, I'm with you. Throw Sean Casey on that list as well. Yeah, the
Oh, the
mayor.
mayor. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely with you.
Yeah, I love Sean Casey.
Yeah. All right. Read this report today, Harrison, and it got me thinking, got the wheels spinning a little bit. The Athletics are open to anything. So, Athletics want pitching, Yankees want a right handed catcher. Is this a deal that gets done? Now, I was really thinking about this and really spinning because it said in the article that extension talks have gone nowhere with Shea Langoliers. So the Athletics are trying to lock everybody up, right? They had Soderstrom, they had Kurtz, they had Wilson right there. And they were like, well, let's try to lock him up. The talks have gone nowhere. And the A's are open to anything, quote unquote. So do we possibly see this big name moved?
Boy. um it, if the A's move Langoliers, I think that will be a massive blow to that team.
Yeah.
He seems like such a kind of integral part of that group. Um, he and Rooker were kind of the original guys that got that thing turning the right direction. Fans love him. And honestly, like, who are you going to replace him with? That's the harder part. Is like, who fills those shoes? I think that's a tough trade for the A's to make because he's so entrenched there. However, if you're the A's and you can land some legitimate pitching, knowing that you're going to be in Vegas in a couple seasons and you're going to need to show up with more than some pea shooters and guys that hit bombs, then he might be the sacrificial lamb that gets you that. So I think for the right package, you pull the trigger, but it's got to be a really good package. Like, it's got to be really good pitching prospects that are going to hit and be ready for you in Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of worries me a little bit is, they have extended Butler, they have extended Rooker, and for them to be nowhere close to Langoliers, it makes me feel like he doesn't really want to be a part of this. Like that's my kind of worry. I mean, you're right. He has been a massive part of that lineup, and probably the most consistent guy they've got. Love Nick Kurtz, and he's still dangerous as hell and gets on base like crazy. But you know, I feel like this guy's the most steady. Now, does he want to be there? Does that put do the A's care if he wants to be there or not at this moment? I don't know.
Well,
But if you can get back a pitching package, because that's what it's gonna take, because that's what the Athletics glaringly need, do they do it?
I think the hard part. I'd love to understand like where they are contract wise. Like, what are they offering versus what does he want? Because the problem with Langoliers is this is his fifth year, or really his first year was 40 games, so like it wasn't a full year, but fifth season up there. He's a low average, high strikeout, low OBP power guy. Kind of as a hitter, he's a dime a dozen, but he's a catcher, which makes him very valuable. However, he's going to be 29 at the end of the season. And as a catcher, you're starting to creep into, okay, like how many years does he have left before he ends up having to be a DH or first baseman? Like, does he want to get paid like a top catcher, knowing that for a big chunk of that contract he won't be playing catcher anymore? Or where are they falling apart? Because I think he's in a tough spot where, at 29, as a catcher, they know full well that he's got 3 or 4 more years max behind the plate. And if he wants a 6 or 7 year deal like those other guys got, well, he can't get paid like a top catcher for the whole time.
Right.
And I wonder if that's some of the disconnect there, is that he's valuing himself as a catcher when in reality the team knows you're going to be a catcher for half the time remaining.
Right.
And we're going to have to find a spot for you, whether it's at first base or DH after that, which, again, what's he physically got left after all those years behind the plate? I mean, I love him to death, but like Salvi Perez is like rolling in on fumes.
It's fair.
Because being a catcher for that long absolutely just destroys your body.
Yeah. Greg says here, or asks, here's my question. If they trade him away, should the Sox be interested? I think if Langoliers ends up on the block, I think the other 29 teams call on him. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
we were just saying, top 5 catcher right now and help your team get to the playoffs. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, he's not even a free agent until 2029. His first year of arbitrations next year. So I mean, he's still under team control for 27, 28, 29. So you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah. Mike Reed says, for what it's worth, I think it's a Heyman report. So who knows if this isn't posturing? I mean, fair.
It's fair. But I mean, a guy like this, he would absolutely rake at Yankee Stadium. He would rake at Fenway.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of teams that I think if his name is legitimately out there are going to be calling. And if I'm the Oakland Athletics, if I'm the Athletics, I can't call them Oakland anymore. If you're the Athletics, all I want is pitching. Don't give me position players. I just want pitching. Give me arms.
Yeah.
What do you got?
But yeah, I guess they've gotten calls on Denzel Clark. They've gotten calls on pretty much everybody that's not locked up. So they said they're open to anything. I don't know exactly what that means, but it just seems like that's a weird thing to say when you have extended everybody. It looks like you have a clear vision of what you want the team to look like in Vegas, except for the pitching, which we already said, like nobody really is going to sign a free agent deal there pitching in a AAA ballpark until they get to Vegas. Then it's probably going to be a destination, right? I get that. However, if it's anything like we saw when they went to Vegas to play, Vegas could be a tough place to pitch as well. So I don't know. We'll see. But this I just thought was interesting to kind of bring up and talk about. So
I think the A's are smart to be open and flexible to see what's out there, see what kind of deals they can spin, because they do have a bunch of young guys knocking on the door too. So they have flexibility. They have a bunch of outfielders. They got more infielders coming. Like they have flexibility. So like if I'm them, yeah, I've got a bunch of position guys coming. Make me an offer, but it better have some pitching in it because that's what I need.
Which is crazy because it's usually the A's pumping up the pitching for everybody else. They are the farm team for the other 29 teams, right? It just seems like we haven't really seen the pitchers kind of come out of that organization in a while. Not like they had in like the late 90s, early 2000s.
No, they were basically like building pitchers in the minor league for years, but not a lot of position players. And now it's reversed. And now it's all position players coming out and like no pitching.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on that. But I think it's a lot of just, and maybe like you said, it is smart for the A's to just tell everybody they're open, but they're really not. Let's just see what's out there. So stores open, come and browse if you want, but we're probably still going to say no.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But they're smart. Put a big for sale sign out front and see what comes in.
Yep. Exactly.
If something fills a need, then you take it.
Yep. All right. Diamondbacks today come from 7 runs down to beat the Cardinals. So gain a full game on the Cardinals. Max Kepler walks it off in the 10th. They have won 7 of their last 8. Now, what do they do at the deadline? Diamondbacks right back in the wild card hunt. Is this for real? Are they just kind of threatening the inevitable, as in like they're not going to make it? What do they do?
they're in a weird spot because like you have guys that are going to be coming back, some later this season, some into next year. So you got to be careful you don't make any like commitments that you can't honor. But this would be a great opportunity to go grab like an expiring contract, like a rental player, to fill a hole for the last couple months, knowing that you're not going to keep next year anyways. Because like for example, like Corbin Burns is coming back next year. You don't you're not going to fully replace him, but it'd be nice to have another arm down the stretch.
Yeah.
Um, you do have guys coming back, so I think that Mike Hazen is a very smart guy who operates under a very tight budget, so he won't do anything that he can't afford to do or walk back. But I do think the Diamondbacks would be silly not to go explore some of these guys who could just be rentals that they could load up, make a run, and then let them go and let the team kind of recalibrate itself going into next year.
Yeah. Corbin Carroll did leave today's game with a hyperextended right elbow on a swing. They said he's day to day, so hopefully nothing crazy. But
If he goes down, then fold up the tent.
But he's like 5 for his last 60.
Yeah, he
has been really awful. That's why I was surprised he made the All-Star team this year. I thought that was a weird selection because he's hitting like low 200s. It was odd. Yes, he leads the league in triples. Maybe that's what got him there was the 10 triples. But otherwise than that, I don't know. I don't think the Diamondbacks buy. Like you said, we've said it all season, really. Like going into the season, we're like, even the offseason, going into there, we're like, what do they do? Right? At the time, Gurriel had the torn ACL. Burns was on the UCL repair. We're still waiting for Justin Martinez to come back. Like Diamondbacks had just so many guys that were just kind of like, well, what do they do? We knew they needed a third baseman, right? Nolan Arenado goes. We almost called that because we're like, that is the glaring need. Like they have literally nobody to play that position.
Yep.
So I think they stand pat at the deadline and just try to compete with what they got. I don't think they go in hard for anything. They still got to try to figure out Zach Gallen. They still got to figure out Merrill Kelly. Yeah. Brandon Pfaadt.
Gallen's gotten worse.
Yeah, Brandon Pfaadt hasn't taken the step forward that I thought he was going to. I mean, he has games where he is unhittable, and then there are games where they just tee off on him. So, I mean, which is par for the course for that Diamondback staff. Sure. the one bright spot, Eddie Rodriguez this year has given them a ton of innings. He got roughed up today, but the Diamondbacks come back and bail him out. So, I don't know. They are just in a weird spot. So yeah, I think they stand pat.
Who had Erod on their bingo card as an all-star this year? I mean, he looked washed last year.
D-backs needed an all-star representative, and I mean, it could have been Ketel Marte if all those laser beams he hit at the first half actually found some green.
Yeah,
like his luck in the first half was bad. Like he was hitting rockets just at people. But yeah, I don't know. Weird team, weird spot, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but Mike Hazen's one of those guys. He will go bargain shopping. If he finds something great, he'll grab it. But
yeah, absolutely.
I can't imagine they're super active.
Yeah. All right, Harrison. Which bubble team actually buys? So teams right on the bubbles of the wild card, they could get in, they could be out. Which bubble teams actually buy?
I mean, there's a lot of bubble teams, but I think that in my mind, the two bubble teams I think that are most likely to buy are the Red Sox and the Astros. The Astros still very much believe that they're in it. They got Hunter Brown back. They're feeling good about that. They're playing better of late. So I think the Astros still very much feel they're in it, and that West is wide open. And I think the Red Sox are going to buy. I think the Red Sox are going to buy for a couple of reasons. One, they have this farm system to work from, And I think the whole experience with, Anthony and Meyer is going to make them a little less. I mean, Breslo's already shown he doesn't get like enamored by prospects. He wants names, so he'll trade them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I think Breslow needs a win. I think with all the crap he's taken, and a lot of it he deserved, he needs to show the fan base that he knows what the hell he's doing,
Mhm.
and that he can guide this team to to competitive. This win streak's been great finally, but I think he needs. I think if I'm him, I am working the phones because I want to keep the pedal to the metal and get the fans to stop chanting "sell the team." I want to get the fans to stop thinking I'm incompetent, and I want to show them that like what I was trying to do is actually working. I just needed time.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I'm with you with the Sox now. I think their their tone has changed. Their tune has changed. Whatever the saying is, tune.
Soon.
Anyways, tune. Okay, thank you. Whatever. Well, the tone of the season has changed, but their
There
tune
you
has
go.
changed. There we go.
Nicely done.
Anyways, um, so yeah, I mean, clearly it was Sonny Gregg going out at the deadline, which we mentioned earlier. Like it was pretty much a done deal. So with him staying, now you have to kind of turn around and be like, all right, what are the pieces we need? Let's buy. The Tigers are an interesting one for me. I am starting to have this weird feeling in my stomach that they think they got it, they can turn it around, and they're going to keep Scooble and buy at the deadline. I don't know why. I I feel like that's what's gonna happen with this Tigers team. I don't think it's what they should do. I just think that's what's gonna end up happening. So I think they're gonna buy. They're gonna try. Which, I mean, if you have a once in a lifetime pitcher like that come through your organization, I think you owe it to your fans to try. I think we'll see what happens in this next week and a half, but I just have a feeling that the Tigers are going to buy, and they're not going to trade Scooble, but we'll see.
and they may. I mean, they may decide that at the end of the day, they may decide that trading Scooble, that the return is not good enough to justify doing it. They may believe that they're more in it than it seems. I mean, the Central's not exactly a juggernaut, and right now you're counting on the White Sox and the Guardians to keep playing the way they've been playing. If you're the Tigers and you don't sell and you decide to buy, you sure as hell better make a run in those playoffs. Because if you miss the playoffs or get bounced in the first round and you still have Scooble on your roster and you got nothing for him, you are going to have a fan base that is going to be demanding an explanation. Like you can't miss on this.
Yeah, you're buying everything in the store. Like
Yep.
you're going in, you're
miss.
like, yeah, you're going in and you're like, hey, how much? They're like, what? For the whole thing. And he's like,
right.
I don't know.
Everything on the market.
Yeah, I don't care what the price is, we'll take it. Like the Tigers are in that position for sure.
You
Tigers have been 7-3 in their last 10. They look a lot better. I agree. I maybe that's why my gut's saying that they're just gonna buy.
I still don't trust that offense.
I'm with you. It's a dangerous game to play for sure. But is that what you buy at the deadline? Do you buy the bats you need if you can go get them? But is there any bats out there available that put them over the edge? I don't know if there necessarily is.
I mean, I don't know if there's any. It's probably going to be a variety. You'd probably need more than one. Probably need a few.
Yes.
Are they out there? Maybe. But the problem is going to be what's the price? What are you going to give up? Is this going to be like the Padres last year, who like just threw it all to the wind and said, we're going to do this, and then didn't make it, and now you look like fools. And I think if it wasn't for the fact the Padres are being sold, I think Preller would have gotten fired because that was a disaster.
Yeah.
You traded away half of your farm system for a missed playoff opportunity.
Now, the one saving grace that I have, like, kind of in my back pocket for the Tigers is what you kind of said. The AL Central is unstable. Look what happened the last two back half of the seasons, right? Tigers come back. We're not even talking about the Detroit Tigers, August 25th ish of 2024. And then all of a sudden, the Tigers themselves were like, oh, like mid September, they're like, oh shit, we could win this thing. And they go on a run, right? Last year, Guardians have a, what is it, 11, 12 game lead, and the Tigers come all the way back. Or was it vice versa? The Tigers lost the lead last year.
Yeah,
right?
last year the Tigers
The Tigers
collapsed.
lost the lead. That's right.
Yeah,
So
year
like
before Tigers came back. Last year they collapsed.
the AL Central is so volatile that like
Yeah.
maybe you do go all in, right? So I don't know. They are a weird one for me.
I think they've proven if there's a shot, they're going to go for it, and you know that serves you in some cases and can bite you in the butt others. But I think they're going to try.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of not getting something for Scuba when you can, because you better be damn sure that you can make a deep playoff run. Otherwise, it's all for nothing.
I like this point, Mike Reed, and this is a great point. If they make the playoffs, the fan base will understand why they bought, as long as you also make an offer to Scooble that is competitive.
And I think that's the part that they're going to miss, is that they're not going to be anywhere near what he wants.
Yeah, I don't think anybody but the Dodgers and Yankees and Mets are going to be anywhere near what he wants.
But I will say, like, if you end up with a lockout and Scooble doesn't get a contract before the lockout, we could be talking about very different contract terms when they return. So who knows?
Facts.
I mean, who knows? This could be a totally different playing field when he gets back.
Yeah.
Because like, if I'm him, I don't like this, because I'm going into a lockout, and if I don't get signed before that begins, I don't know what I'm going to be walking into. Like, my free agency is now a big mystery.
Yep, I agree. I even said the main difference is Boston actually has the talent to win the pennant. Detroit doesn't, in his opinion.
No, I don't. I like what they're doing with some of those young guys. I just don't think they're ready yet. Like, I just, they need time, and I don't trust that offense to come through in the playoffs against elite pitching.
Yeah.
They struggle with bad pitching. I mean, it's not good.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Is there anybody else? The Pittsburgh Pirates. What the heck do they do? Do they just ride the wave and just keep going, or
I think they're gonna make some of those like little around the perimeter moves. You know, they'll grab a back of the rotation arm, they'll grab a random bullpen arm or two, but it won't be anything big. I don't think they're prepared for that, but I do think they're going to try to be active and fill some holes. But it's not going to be like they're not going to be in the conversation for Scooble or a big name like that. They're going to be just grabbing odds and ends.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Texas Rangers. Now I'm going to put everybody in the AL West on the bubble. Let's just put it that way, except for the Angels, right?
Fair.
Except for the Angels, everybody else is on the bubble. I mean, A's are actually finding themselves way off the bubble at this point. They've stunk it up.
Struggled.
So just top three teams: Rangers, Mariners, Astros, all bubble teams. What do they do to try to create some separation between their division?
I mean, I think the Astros will be buyers. I think they'll be aggressive buyers, as I already said. I think that team believes they're very much in it. They see that West being wide open, and they're going to make a run for it.
They've been vocal. They want pitching.
Yeah, they need it bad.
Do the Astros pull a Randy Johnson and get Scooble on a 2-month rental?
If he's available, why not? But I doubt. I don't know what that's going to look like in terms of what you have to give up to get that guy for a 2-month rental. Yeah. But I think there's other arms they could go and get. The problem is, like, the Orioles have won 7 in a row. The Red Sox have won 13. Like, they're both jumping back into it. Now you got 2 fewer teams that are looking to sell. You know, it's who's left. You know, who are you buying from? But I think they're going to go find whatever they can. And then, you know, the Mariners need bats again.
Still,
Every year it's the same thing. And I think Texas is very much in the bubble because they've got guys they've committed to that they don't want to push them out. But if the right deal were available, maybe they would. I
yeah,
just I don't know what Texas does. And I feel like they tend to be more conservative. They tend to be less likely to be active.
yeah. Mike Reed says Texas is the interesting one. Same with Twins. Probably won't make up their mind till August 3rd. I don't. I don't know if I buy the Twins as a buyer. Like
No.
they didn't expect to really be here, and I think they're just kind of. I wouldn't even say they're playing up. I think it's the rest of the AL playing down, right? The AL's been pretty wretched this year. And I think they just kind of fall into the mix by default. I don't think they're necessarily a playoff team or, I mean, again, they could sneak in, but I don't think they're trying to. I think they're just going to play the season how it's supposed to be played and then go to an off season and be like, all right, now what? Right? Get the lockout behind us. Let's keep going. But a lot of young kids there.
They're in the middle of a rebuild. Like this is not a go for it moment.
Right. Exactly.
This is a hey, like this is working. Let's keep at it.
Yeah, exactly. Right, and John Carter, our Twins fan. If it involves spending money, this isn't the Twins ownership's thing. Yeah, and we're with you. Like, just stay the course. Like, what we're doing is working, and we can clearly see what's working. Yeah. And it's only going to give us more data to go to the offseason with. Like, who are our guys?
Yep.
Like, right? So there's no reason for the Twins to buy. So yeah. Someone should call San Francisco about Webb. I mean,
sure.
Yeah. Why it wouldn't hurt? It would not hurt.
Yeah,
but like
I think we don't know.
Right. And I think what we said, the two players that we thought were movable that we're gonna see moved, I'm gonna say 98% chance that we see moved is Arise and Robbie Ray. I think we see Robbie Ray because you can never have enough left-handed pitching. And that's probably a cheap trade.
And we predicted Arise as trade bait back in the offseason. You know, it's an easy to trade contract. If it doesn't work, you dump him. Like, you know, he was getting Aroldis Chapman there, where he found a home, knowing he was probably not going to finish the season there.
Yeah. John thinks J.P. Crawford has to go with Castillo, and they need a right-handed bat and a real third baseman. Yeah, buddy, yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know what your team needs. Yeah, they won today, but I watched a full Mariners game yesterday.
Why?
Because it was like one of the only games on.
God, they're terrible. I can't even watch them anymore.
It was tough. It was a tough watch for sure.
It hurts. Like it's bad baseball all around.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Webb looked great yesterday until Cole Young dropped the 3-run bomb on him. But
oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It was yeah, I don't know what the Mariners need at this point. I mean, there's not enough bats out there to help that offense.
No. And there's certainly not impact bats. You know, last year they were able to swing and move for a couple of impact bats. Although Suarez was a swing and a miss ultimately for them, but you know, Naylor was a good one. But there's just, you know, impact bat wise, you're not going to find a lot.
No. Highlights is with us. Oh, he's out there in San Fran. So you guys are correct. Giants will move Ray and Arise easily. Webb is going nowhere. Chapman, Adames, and Devers are too hard to move. And too hard to move might be putting it mildly. Highlights. They're impossible to move.
Yeah.
Hopes and prayers, maybe a GoFundMe for the Mariners. Love that.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, what else do you do?
I mean, the Mariners, though, like, I will say they got guys on that team that can get hot. And if those young guys find their stride, a Rosarina goes on a heater like we've seen him do before. If Cal Raleigh somehow remembers he's playing baseball, I mean, there could be a world, it might be an alternate universe right now, but there could be a world where the Marlins find their offense again, right? The pitching's always going to play. They're always going to be in it because their pitching is so dang good.
Yep.
Right? Their entire staff is that good. They're always going to be in it because of that. But man, that offense is frustrating.
Although you look this year, the Mariners pitching has definitely slipped.
Well, it's easy to slip when you've been that good for the last 2 years.
Well, and I will say, like, I think for them, it's not the starting pitching. It's been their bullpen has been bumpy, like very bumpy, and that to them it was always like you could count on the pitching, and they're more often than not like they can't count on the pitching. The pitching is a little rockier.
Yeah.
But yes, I mean it's hard. You know, when you've been in the top 2 or 3 year after year after year, it's hard to stay there. But you know, statistically, they're not like significantly worse than last year, but they are. I think they've blown more saves already this year than they blew all of last year. Like they've had a tough time closing games out.
Yeah. Edward asked, "What do you think about Bobby Witt Jr. going to the Red Sox?" Hearing rumors. I think that's all they are is rumors. I just
0% chance. I mean,
yeah.
Oh my God, if they traded Bobby Witt Jr. to the Red Sox, I would be doing laps through my neighborhood celebrating. But yeah, there's no shot. You can have Roman Anthony, you can have Christian Campbell, you can have Marcelo Mayer, you can have Brian Bayo, you can have Peyton Tola, you can have Connolly Early. I don't care. Take them all for Bobby Witt Jr.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Yankees are supposedly there. So like I mean, I think this just people like us talking about it. I would almost say there's 0% chance that that's a legit thing, right? I mean, he's the only guy bringing fans to the games. I mean, I know that's not what it all is, but like, I mean, Casey locked him up long term. Ivan just stole it from me. Yeah, I mean, you don't lock up a guy for 14 years or however long the deal was to then just trade him away 2 years in, right?
Unless you get a massive haul, like
dude, you could
offer like, that contract's like half a market value too. Like it would be a freaking steal.
You could offer me the entire Red Sox farm system, AAA through single A, high A, rookie ball. I'm still gonna say no. Like,
why would you do it?
Yeah, I don't. Rumors behind engagement farmers. That's most likely what it is. I mean, dream scenario. Yes,
love it.
Absolutely.
Send him.
It was probably by Maz. Yeah, absolutely. But
Felger and Maz, I can't believe they're still on the radio. Those guys just make crap up to entertain themselves.
Yeah. I also heard that the Red Sox are in on Trout, Ohtani, and getting Mookie Betts back. So we'll see if that happens. But I mean, listen, I think at some point, if the Royals stay this non-competitive, right, I think he does get dealt. Now, I would love to see a new age player be a single franchise player. And I think when he signed that 14-year deal, we're like, all right, here we go. Bobby Witt is the next guy that will stay in one organization for his entire career. However, if within the next 2 or 3 years, if the Royals aren't doing anything to build around Bobby Witt Jr., then I think you got to kind of move on. Right? Maybe.
Yeah, there could come a day where you have to move on from him, and either it's you're like, look, we need to just start over and give this guy a fresh start, or he comes to the organization and goes, guys, like, if you're not going to get serious, just let me go. Like, let me go somewhere else to win. I feel like Witt's more cut out of that Trout cloth, where it's like, I don't have to win. I like it here. I'm happy. Like, I don't necessarily feel like I have to win. I feel like Witt's got some of that in him, but I don't know how long that lasts. Like, at what point, if you're Bobby Witt and you're 5 years into an 11-year deal and you still haven't sniffed the playoffs, are you just like, guys, what are we doing? Yeah. Like, either build a team or get me out of here.
Right. Yeah, better chance of Mike Trout coming to the Sox than Witt. I mean, yes. John Carter. So in KC, Witt's milkshake brings all the fans to the yard. Yes, absolutely.
It doesn't just bring all the fans, it brings every fan.
Right.
Like What's milkshake brings my eyes to the TV.
You bring, if KC trades Witt Jr., better include firstborn kids and future ex-wives. I mean, it's
Oh
gonna
yeah.
take everything for sure.
Yeah, you can have the keys to Fenway Park. You got literally just like you give the Royals everything.
Yeah. Yeah, we will idolize Witt in Atlanta day one. Sorry, Acuna. Nice knowing you.
Yeah, who?
And a lot of fan bases would be like that. I'm totally with you guys, but that's the exact reason why the Royals won't part with him. But
yes.
Yeah. So
there is a 0% chance he gets traded. Now, if they shock us, then that'll be like a show-stopping, world-stopping headline if that news breaks.
Yeah. Yep. Ivan, this is fantastic point. KC has two aging starters, right? Salvi Perez, Vinny Pasquantino.
Yeah.
They aren't building around him. He does have a player opt-out after 2031. So if they don't build around him, he could split on his own. Which, if that's the way they think that he's going to go, they might trade him before that. If they have any inclination, whatever. English is hard. I'm tired. That he's going to opt out, they will trade him. Then you will get that haul.
Yes.
So
I forgot about the opt-out. I did not remember the fact there's an opt-out in there. Because, he does have the ability to jump at some point.
Yeah.
But still, 2031 is a long way away. Like, there's only going to be, 3 or 4 years left on that contract at that point. So,
well, 2 with the lockout.
Well, yeah. To be seen what it ends up actually being, but
yeah. So, still think we're a couple of years out of Bobby Witt Jr., but anyways.
Man, that would be something, though.
Yeah, Carter Jensen, walk-off the other night, walk-off single to win it for the Royals. They have some pieces. So, it will be interesting to see what happens.
Caglianone has played much better this year than we saw in his debut, even much better lately. Like, there's reason to be positive in Kansas City. Like, there are signs they're going to get better. We just don't know how far out they really are. And, with Raggins going down, it just you don't know what you're going to have for pitching going in next year either.
Yeah.
There's a lot of questions, but there's also some positive signs.
Yeah. Curtis, this is a great one. And as you should be eyeing Michael Garcia right now. What leaving? No. Yeah, I think Garcia goes to a contender. There are a lot of teams around the league that need a third baseman.
He's very good.
Yes. And he will help a team win. So,
but didn't they just extend him?
Yes, but I don't think it was hefty. I think it was maybe 3.
I thought it was like a 5-year deal, but maybe
it might have been more. I for some reason 3 sticking in my head.
5 years, 5 years.
Oh yeah, it was 5 years. Yeah, club option for 2031.
Yeah, 5 years, 57.5.
So it covers all of his arbitration years and up to 2 free agent years. So they just bought themselves 2 extra years, is what they.
Yeah, and there's a club option stuck onto the back of it, so he could be with them through 2031.
Yeah. So, but still, that's going to get you back something if you send him out. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. I mean, assuming that you think the return is better than hanging on to him, then it would make sense to make that move.
Which Royals need pitching in a bad way.
But, which is funny. They went from having all that pitching to now having no pitching.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, you trade out Brady Singer in a deal that didn't pay out. Cole Raggins can't stay on the field. Seth Lugo's really all you got.
Yeah, Bubic has been in and out. You've all that you had this what you thought was a too much pitching quickly becomes not enough, and that's just how baseball seems to work these days.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right. Any other bubble teams before we move on?
No, I mean, I think the only other team we didn't directly talk about is the Padres, but I think we all expect AJ Preller to go do something crazy.
Yeah, I don't really have it in me to talk about the Padres.
I mean, I don't blame you.
Yeah. So
It's just the one thing you can count on every year is AJ Preller is going to make some trade that makes you go, really?
yeah.
Okay.
Crazy. Yeah. All right. So, considering it's our 350th episode, I thought I would put some 350 edition out of left field discussion topics. So, here we go. Which player surprises you the most that they didn't reach 350 home runs? I got Jose Batista at 344, Dave Parker 339, George Foster 348, Mo Vaughn at 328, and Hank Greenberg with only 331. Which guy kind of shocks you the most here?
For me, two guys on the list surprised me, but the guy that shocks me the most is Joey Bats. I mean, this is the guy that, he came up with some power and then really hit a stretch there. 54 home runs, then 43 home runs, then consistently around 30, bouncing to hit 40 again. And then his fall off was just so fast. It was just poof, gone off a cliff. You had this his career's like the perfect bell curve, like cranked up and then fell off.
Yeah.
And I really thought he was a guy that we were going to talk about, 400, maybe approaching 500 home runs. I thought he's going to be in that group. So to me, Joey Bats is the one that's most surprising. But as a Red Sox fan watching Mo Vaughn hit, I thought Mo Vaughn was a lock. This is a guy who's going to hit 30 or 40 home runs every single year, like clockwork. You could just plan for it, and then he was never the same after that ankle injury.
Yeah.
And just never got it back.
Yep. I'm with you. We're pretty mixed. Yeah, Greenberg lost years to the war, right?
Oh, didn't think about
that. I mean, I get that. Curtis says George Foster. Silix was Greenberg. Michael says Dave Parker. So yeah, I mean, kind of mixed across the board here. I'm kind of with you. I would have thought Jose Batista was well above 350. I was thinking 375, 400-ish range. Not much more than that, but I was thinking more because it seemed like every year it was like 35 and 100, 42 and 100. Like it just seemed like every year that was his stat line. But yeah, I mean, just an interesting list of guys. I put in 350 into StatHead Baseball Reference, and I looked, and there was some guys in there. I was like, well, okay, I can see that he was close to 350, but I understand that he wasn't considered that power hitter. These guys stuck out to me of being close to 350, but not reaching the milestone. As like, man, I thought they would have had more, but yeah.
Yeah, it is surprising some of these guys that it just feels like they should have had more, and then, or based on the trajectory they were on, like they would have had more, and they didn't get there. Whether it's injuries or, for Joey Bats, it was a combination of injuries and then just performance fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
That dude was he was a shell of himself for the last handful of years.
Yeah, Batista, pure slugger. Batista, pure slugger. That's it. Yep. Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah.
Ivan, Darryl Strawberry, it's a good one. After his first 8 season, he had 252. Then he dropped off big time. He was on pace for over 500 before life kicked in. And life is in quotes. Yeah.
We're gonna call that life, but it was bad.
Just for you, it was just a good time, but for me, that is what I call life. All right.
But I think these are all really good candidates that had either injury problems, missed time, dramatic drop-offs, but guys that all should have hit 350 or more.
Yeah. No, I agree. And yeah, Vaughn definitely thought was over there. Greenberg, I was shocked to see his name in there.
I would have bet money that he had more than 350.
Same. But
sometimes I see these stats and I'm like, really? Do I just not know baseball, or do I just like assume because he was better that he was such a good hitter that he had more?
Yeah. Mo Vaughn ate himself out of the game. We weigh the same 50.
I mean, I will say Mo Vaughn, if he could have just done a push-up from the buffet table, he would have been fine.
Or from the Foxy lady. Oh, that was Ortiz.
He did a rollover from there.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he and Pablo Sandoval had the same nutritionist.
Yeah. Yeah, the Fred McGriff one, 7
Oh,
short of 500. That hurts. Andre Scalaraga kills me, 399, 1 short of 400.
who's
Oh,
the other
man.
one in the same boat?
Oh, God.
I'm
I
trying to
forget.
forget. There's two guys. I can't remember
Yes,
the
there
second
is.
one,
I can't either.
but that's brutal.
2 guys at 399. Let's
It's
see,
like
looking it up right now.
that's when, like, if you know the guy's retiring, you're the pitcher that goes, dude, I'm just gonna throw you a meatball, hit
Yeah,
400, have your moment,
yeah.
thank me later.
We've got Al Kaline.
Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's a
So,
brutal one.
yep, absolutely. So, all right, on to the next one. Which player surprises you the most that they didn't steal 350 bases? Devon White, 346. Jacoby Ellsbury, 343. Willie Mays, 339. Eric Davis, barely, 349.
I mean, all of these are surprising to me. I mean, we know why for Ellsbury because of injuries. That dude just completely fell apart when he left Boston. Thank God he waited till he left Boston to fall apart. And appreciate the Yankees taking that albatross on. Um, but I'll be honest, like I thought Willie Mays had more than 350. Like again, like I would have bet money he had broken that. So to me, Mays is a shock. Eric Davis is a shock. He doesn't have 350, but then you think about the path of his career and kind of go, yeah, I get it. Like we know in the situation. And Devon White, another guy that I just would have assumed had more than 350 because in his peak years, he was a running machine.
Yeah,
That dude just he stole all kinds of bases. So they're all a shock to me, but May's the biggest one because I always thought he had more than 350
yeah,
because he stole so many bases. And I know as his career moved on, the steals dropped off fast, but still, I mean that guy stole so many bases early in his career that I'm shocked he's not there.
yeah. Eric Davis was the big one for me because he stole 300 bases in a year and a half. So I was like, well, he's definitely going to be over 350.
Nuts.
But that was kind of a shock. I mean, yes, one off, I get it, but not surprised by Ellsbury. He stole a check though. So all right, so he's actually got 344 stolen bases.
Well, no,
But
he stole like 180 million, didn't he? So
yeah, so it puts him over.
yeah,
But
it puts him way over.
yeah, but yeah, I'm with you. Willie Mays was kind of the big shock here, with Devon White kind of being a close second. Because every time I think Devon White, Otis Nixon, like that era of center fielders, just everybody could run. Like
Oh,
you weren't a center fielder unless you had a 2.5 40, right? I mean, you were the fastest guys in baseball if you played center field. And so I would say those two were easily the biggest shocks for me. Um, yeah, that Toronto 1-2 punch at the top might be the fastest base running ever. They were quick for sure.
yeah.
Willie Mays definitely, especially how the game was played then. That's a great point too, John, for sure.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, this one shocked me when I was looking this up. Bobby Abreu is in the 400 stolen base club.
I know, not a guy that stole a lot of bases, but like not somebody that you think of as a big base stealer.
And zero Hall of Fame consideration for the career that he's put up.
Not even a sniff.
Unreal.
Like who did he make mad?
I I don't know. He was one of the nicest guys I've ever met. I've told that story before. I don't I don't know.
Yeah, him getting zero consideration still makes me scratch my head. Because like you look at his actual body of work and it is like, damn, he did everything.
Everything.
Like everything.
Even
Hit
like
for
30
power, hit
home
for
runs.
average, stole
Yeah.
bases, like got
Yeah.
on base at a crazy level, like did everything.
He had a pretty decent arm too, if I remember right.
Yeah, and he was a good defender. He wasn't great, but he's good. Just
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah. John Carter said he thinks that Devon White and Gary Pettis were the Angels in 1987. Wow. Yeah, just speed.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Those yeah, you can't get either one of those guys on base because you'll end up with second and third if they both get on.
Yeah. Crazy. All right. Next one I got for you. Which pitcher with at least 350 games started deserves more love? Mike Hampton, Rick Porcello, Bruce Hurst, John Candelaria.
Another one where they're all worthy of it, but it's hard because I didn't see some of those guys pitch. But I will say, for me, it's going to be Mike Hampton. This guy, he had such an incredible run in Houston. Carried it over to the Mets for that year in 2000, and he was good after that for a few years, and a couple in Colorado, some in Atlanta, then some major injuries and never really came back from that. But this is a guy that won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight Silver Sluggers. Was the runner-up for the Cy Young with 22 wins in 1999, where he was lights out in 99. Peak steroid era, and the guy has an under 3 ERA and 22 wins. I think that when you look at guys that had like a peak, this guy not only had a peak as a pitcher, but he was coming in as a pinch hitter late in games for the teams he played for because he could handle the bat.
Right.
And he was the first, I think he was the first player that like I saw who I thought genuinely could be a true two-way player.
Yes. I would agree with that. Some great comments here. Candelaria, his career went on forever. A couple votes for him. Mike Hampton, so Silix is with you. Mike Reese says Porcello. John Carter backs that up with the point I was going to make about Porcello. He was exceptional every other year and a disaster in between. Talk about Jekyll and Hyde. And it seems like even numbered years, he was lights out. Odd numbered years, it was like, forget it. He wins the Cy Young in 2018 with the Red Sox. Absolutely crazy that year. But for me, I think it's Candelaria. And I didn't know, again, like you, Harrison, didn't really get to see this guy pitch. But since starting this page and starting this podcast, we have learned a lot about many different players that we've never gotten a chance to see. And every time like he comes up on a trivia question, every time something with the Pirates comes up, his name always comes up. People love this dude. So I don't think that the newer generation like appreciates what he did. Now, my first introduction to him was our trivia question about who is the only pitcher to pitch in all 4 Canadian ballparks. And everybody was losing their minds because there was like, well, there hasn't been 4 teams in Canada. Well, no kidding. But there's been 4 stadiums that the teams have played in. So, and he was the answer to the question. And ever since then, I'd been able to kind of grasp more about the kind of pitcher he was. So I'm going Candelaria here. But yeah. Candyman was cool. He just looked creepy. So the name fits him. Got it.
He did.
So the name fits him. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point, Silix, too, about Hampton. He was not a big guy. He was a small guy. He got a lot of power from his legs.
Yeah.
He kind of had that like a little bit like thrown across the body. It made him harder to pick up, but he was, I mean, he had, when he was at his peak, he was just unhittable.
Yeah. So pretty cool. But yeah. All right. And the last discussion one I got. And this could go a whole bunch of different ways. So I'm interested to see which way you guys take this one. Is 350 career home runs enough of a benchmark for a player to be considered for the Hall of Fame?
I mean, by itself, no. I don't think 350 is like a magic number that automatically gets you in, just because you had 350. If you hit 220 with 350 home runs and 1,000 RBIs, you're not a Hall of Famer. Now, if you hit 350 home runs and had some other things going your way too, then yes, I think that can be a barometer where you say, look, 350 is a good number because he also hit for a higher average, drove in a bunch of runs, got on base, whatever the other argument might be. I think 350 is by itself not enough, but that can be like a second stat you can hang somebody's case off of to say, because of this and 350, I think they're a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. 350 club. Does that do it?
mean, for me, if you hit 350 home runs and stole 350 bases over the course of your career, I would consider that to be somebody who's Hall worthy. Now, if they hit 205 and played terrible defense, I'd change my opinion on that. But if they had both of those and other numbers that were adequate, then I'd say, yeah, I think you could use those two. You could hang a case off those two numbers.
Yeah. Mr. Clams, if Albert Bell and Gary Sheffield are not in the Hall of Fame, nobody else deserves to be. Kind of with you there. If that's all he does, no way. Yeah, so they're with you. Hitting by itself, no. If you give them pitching, still no.
Still no.
If he's a power bat, no. If he's got 400 or 500 doubles and a 285 plus batting average, then yes. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, everybody's kind of with you. Ivan says not alone. You need a good batting average and a ton of hits, outstanding defense to go along with it. So case in point, Adam Dunn has over 400 home runs, but second most Ks in history.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and this is fair, Mr. Clams. With all due respect, nobody cares about stolen bases anymore. I think MLB is trying to change that, but
yeah,
I would agree with you. Unless it is to crown Shohei 50-50, which is impressive. Not saying it's not, but the stolen base really doesn't mean anything anymore either, because it's also easier to steal bases. So, I mean, I get it. Bell's forearm shiver makes the Hall. His play, no. I would put Albert Bell in the Hall. The only person that has the 50-50, right? The 50 homers, 50 double season, which is absolutely nuts. It's Bobby Abreu. It's got to be who we just talked.
Yeah, it's got to be Abreu, right?
350 who isn't in the Hall. It's got to be Bobby Abreu. Yeah.
I'd love to understand the case for why he's not in the Hall. Like, when the people that didn't vote for him, like, why didn't they vote for him? And then to go back to the Albert Bell point, like, I've got his numbers up: 295 career average, 381 home runs, 974 runs scored, 1,239 RBIs, 1,726 hits, career 40.1 WAR. I mean, he's Hall of very good for me all day. Because the problem is he only played 12 seasons. Like, his career was just too short. If he had played longer, yeah. But I mean, by 33, he was out of baseball.
Duh. Bobby Abreu's. He's got 200. So Bobby Abreu's stat line: 2,470 hits, 288 home runs, 291 batting average, 400 stolen bases, 1,363 RBIs, 1,453 runs scored. Though his OBP was 395. I mean. His WAR 60.2. So a Gold Glove, Silver Slugger, Home Run Derby champ. We all remember that one. That was insane. Yeah, I mean, is it the home runs that kept him out?
Can't be. I mean, the body of work is so good everywhere else. I mean, maybe that's the argument, is he didn't have enough home runs, but it's like, that's dumb. Then why is Ozzie Smith in the Hall? He hit like no home runs. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but I mean, Ozzie Smith was also arguably the best defender that anybody had seen to recent date.
Bobby Abreu, 395 OBP. It's just, I mean, his WAR is 50% higher than Albert Bell's. That's the sad part. Like, if Abreu doesn't get in, then Albert Bell can not get in. And Mr. Clams, Albert Bell's 162 game average. Yeah, he averaged 295, 40, and 130.
Yeah, that's insane.
His 162 game average is crazy good. The career was just too short.
Yeah.
And he was just so not likable. That's why nobody was going to put him in the Hall.
Yeah. Yeah. So
there's very few guys in baseball less likable than Albert Bell.
This is a good point, right? Utley, Howard, Rollins, they all said he was most underrated player because he was around so many stars, and maybe that's it. But
he was. I mean, all those years in Philly, he was like the second or third best guy on the team. Then he went to the Yankees, where he was, again, like third best guy on the team, fourth best guy on the team. It was a tough run.
But yeah, but it's just crazy that he got like no votes.
Zero.
That's a lot of compiled stats.
It's gross. It's gross what the guy did.
Yeah. So.
And it wasn't like he played. It wasn't like he like just stuffed stats. Like he was productive for all but a few of those years.
Yeah. I'm with you, Mr. Clams. I'm tired of the personal vendettas that the sports writers have. It's stupid. Like it should be based just on baseball play. I get the character clause, but it doesn't mean I have to like it, right? I get it, but I don't like it. Like I want these guys to be admired for what they did on the field, right? I mean, but I can understand why they have it. But at the same time, like, come on now. Dumb. All right. We're going to move on. And I have got some trivia for you tonight. Harrison also has trivia tonight. So, what better way to celebrate our 350th episode with both of us giving you guys trivia? So, buckle up. Here we go. I have taken Harrison's Who Is That Guy and made them blurry. So you're not going to get the picture of them. You are, but you're just going to get the outline. So here we go. Who is that blurred player? I mean, you can pretty much tell who this is on the cover, right, Harrison? Yeah, this is Griffey for sure. But yes. But
wait, that's Griffey? Huh.
Yeah, pretty weird, huh? But yeah there's a giveaway. So here we go. Who is this blurred player? He played from 1981 to 1999 for the Giants, Angels, Twins, back to the Angels, Royals, and then back to the Twins. 3-time All-Star, 3 World Series appearances, and was a switch hitter. Who is that guy?
Is that 18 years? That's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
World Series appearance, a switch hitter. Oh, John Temple's got to be right.
He is correct. Yep. Ivan's got it too. It is, in fact, Chili Davis. 274 career average, 2,380 hits, 350 home runs, 1,372 RBI, 1,240 runs, 142 stolen bases, 38.4 WAR. So you'll see the common theme here around the home runs because 350. So just kind of keep that in mind. All right. Next one. Who is this blurred player? Played from 1963 to 1977 for the Phillies, Cardinals, Dodgers, White Sox, back to Philly, and ending in Oakland. Played first base, third base, and left field. 1 MVP and 7 All-Star selections. Harrison, who is that guy?
Oh, wow. 63 to 77. Phillies, Cardinals, Dodgers, White Sox.
Just recently, do you have a guess? Just recently inducted into the Hall of Fame. Not that long ago.
Then 9521's right.
Yes. It is, in fact, Dick Allen. Nice job. Michael's got it. Curtis has got it. Nice work. 292 average, 1,842 hits, 351 home runs, 1,119 RBIs, 1,099 runs scored, 133 stolen bases, 58.8 WAR. So nice job. Yeah, and recently inducted within the last couple of years, I think 24 or 25, I think he was inducted. It was very recently.
Yeah, very recent.
Yeah. So yes, Dick Allen, Hall of Famer. All right. Next one. Who is this blurred player? Played from 1987 to 2004 for Boston, the White Sox, Colorado, San Francisco, Cleveland, and ended back in Boston. Two-time All-Star, two-time Silver Slugger, one Gold Glove. Was the studio analyst for Nesson in 2021. Who is that guy?
Yeah, for sure know this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give Chad a minute.
Yeah. It's really insane how he's just like randomly like popped up the last few shows. Seems like we've
I know.
talked about him a lot lately.
After like not talking about him for a long time, like not much at all.
Yeah. Thanks, Mom. I appreciate the encouragement. Now my mom's roasting me in the comments. I love that. God dang, man. Yes, it is Ellis Burks. Nice job, everybody. That was a good one. Everybody got Ellis Burks. So
This is getting out of hand, Nick.
yes, proud member of the Blake Street Bombers. He definitely was.
Yeah.
So 291 average, 2,107 hits, 352 home runs, 1,206 RBIs, 1,253 runs, 181 stolen bases, and a 49.8 career WAR. I think this is a guy that's pretty underappreciated for the career he had. This is a really solid Major League Baseball career.
It is, and I think he played on some teams where he just, kind of got overshadowed. He was, another one of the guys around, one or two guys that were the headliners.
Yeah, I mean, it would be awesome if we got to interview Ellis Burks. I'd be all for it. Absolutely,
Yeah,
Curtis.
that'd be sweet.
There's a whole bunch of messages I have out to guys, so I'm finding it harder and harder to get guys to reach out with the amount of social media. I think a lot of players are kind of like toasted by it. So, yeah,
they get bombarded.
Yeah, I'm sure. So, all right, next one. Who is this blurred player? Played from 1997 to 2015 for the Twins, Angels, Tigers, and back to the Twins. 5-time All-Star, 9-time Gold Glove, 2-time Silver Slugger. Known for robbing a player in a game that ended in a tie. Who is this guy?
Oh, I know exactly who this is.
Yeah, the last hint kind of gives it away here.
Yeah, the career path too.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, career path too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Double I.
It's his 51st birthday today. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that is cool.
So yeah, everybody got that one. Torrey Hunter is correct. Nice job. So Torrey Hunter, 277 average, 2,452 hits, 353 homers, 1,391 RBIs, 1,296 runs, 195 stolen bases, 50.6 career WAR. And this one was funny because I did these after I did I'm surprised they didn't hit 350. Well, I was surprised he did hit 350. So I was on the other side of this where I was like, oh, I'm surprised he got over 350 because I mean, I remember him being a solid MLB player, but I never really thought of him as a guy that hit that many career home runs. So,
no, I mean, he definitely had a few, but I did not think of him as a 350 guy.
No, so pretty cool. Torrey Hunter. So everybody's got that. All right, next one. Who is this blurred player? Played from 1965 to 1982 for the Reds, Astros, Orioles, and Royals. 3-time All-Star selections, was the Royals hitting coach in 1985 and won a World Series ring with them. Who is that guy?
I am not sure that I know who that is.
This chat, man, unreal.
Are they right?
Yeah,
Good Lord.
crushed it, man. It is absolutely Lee May. Nice job, Ivan and Silix. Curtis got it. Michael got it. Yeah, nice job, everybody. Lee May.
John Temple, Aaron Burr.
Love it. Yeah, so Lee May, 267
Wow.
average, 2,031 hits, 354 homers, 1,244 RBIs, 959 runs scored, 39 stolen bases. Look out, 27.3 career WAR. So, Stilick said he's met Mr. May before, and he's a hilarious individual. That's really cool.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah, so Lee May. That is awesome. All right. This one's going to be a layup. Who is this blurred player? Played from 1990 to 2008 for the Astros, Cubs, Astros, Tigers, Diamondbacks, Dodgers, and Marlins. 5-time All-Star selections, 1-time Silver Slugger, is a home run derby champion. Who is that guy?
So is this one as easy as it seems?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I was like, at first, I was like, that was not who I was expecting to pop up. So I was like, wow, that's a lot. But I guess the career pass should have given it away.
His 2001 season was one for the books. You
Oh, it's wild.
Walk-off World Series hit, home run derby champion. Wild. I think 52 home runs that year.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's absolutely correct. It is indeed Luis Gonzalez. He is now in the Diamondbacks booth from time to time. But yeah, I mean, Mr. Clams, I'm with you. That outlier year in 2001 was just like, I mean, sheesh, it was eyebrow raising for sure.
Yep.
But Gonzalez, 283 average, 2,591 hits, 354 homers, 1,439 RBIs, 1,412 runs, 128 stolen bases, 51.7 WAR, 57 homers that year. That's right, Ivan. I knew it was something above 50, but crazy.
It was crazy.
A big outlier for sure. But yeah, so hope you guys like those. I obviously based all of them around the number 350. Not everybody hit exactly 350 like Chili Davis, but kind of, went a little bit above with those other guys. That's why it's kind of at the mercy of making them easy or not. So, yeah, those guys all hit around 350 career homers. That's why I went that way with them. So, hope you like those. And now we are on to Harrison's trivia. So, what do we got?
We're going to do some top fives and kind of working off of your Mount Rushmore. I grabbed the top 5 players all time for each team and just want to see who people would fill in. So I'm not going to go through like based on what criteria I picked. Just these are the top 5 players per team. And I would love to see who people put into these slots.
All right.
And then I'll show you how I, who we put in those slots.
All right, here we go.
So we're going to start out west. We're going to start with both Western divisions. So, who are the top 5 players in Seattle Mariners history? You have Ken Griffey Jr. number 1, Edgar Martinez number 2, Ichiro Suzuki number 3, Felix Hernandez number 4, and this guy is number 5. Who is the 5th player in Seattle Mariners history?
I mean, it's got to be Randy Johnson, right?
It is not.
It's not Randy Johnson.
Not Randy.
Oh, well, that's going to get people PO'd. Jay Buhner.
Not Jay.
Mike Blowers.
No, not Blowers.
Dan Wilson, Brett Boone.
Nope.
Oh, Is Mr. Clams right?
Mr. Clams
Alex
would be
Rodriguez.
correct.
Alex Rodriguez.
I mean, when
Come
you look at
on
what
now.
what A-Rod did in Seattle, he put up some numbers.
I mean, I get it, but I mean, Moyer would have been a good pick there too, for sure. Kyle Seager, also not a bad one.
Seager
but
was
yeah.
just behind. I want to say it was A-Rod, Seager, and then Unit.
Damn. Units that far down is crazy.
Well, those other guys were there. In some cases, those other guys were there longer.
I mean, I get it, but still, like,
I know.
Crazy.
I know it's funny. Like, I think of Randy Johnson as a Mariner, and he was there for a while. Like, don't get me wrong, the guy was there for 10 seasons, but that was less than half his career. He put up some big numbers other places, and honestly, like, his best years weren't even in Seattle.
No, it was Arizona. He was freaking lights out.
When he was in Seattle, they weren't very good. Like,
yeah.
So he had some good years there, but he also had some rougher years there.
Yeah. All right. Yeah,
Ooh, John Carter, Unit over Felix. All right.
And he loves Felix. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm looking. It was A-Rod, Unit, then Seager.
John Temple, no. Top 10, yes, but it's Johnson or Jay in that 5 spot. I'm with you. I don't think I would put A-Rod here too, because again, he's a Yankee, put up the MVP in Texas. Like, I mean, yeah, agree. But all right, moving on.
Moving on. All right, to the Angels. Who are the top 5 players in Los Angeles Angels history? Number 1 is Mike Trout. Number 2 is Chuck Finley. Number 3 is Jim Fregosi. Number 4 is this guy. And number 5 is Nolan Ryan, who is the 4th best player in LA Angels history.
All right. I mean, my mind immediately goes to all the fish. Mike Carp, Kevin Bass, Tim Salmon.
Yep. I mean, fish would make sense.
Yeah. I'm going Tim Salmon here. We got Troy Percival, Garrett Anderson. Garrett Anderson's also a great choice.
Also a great choice, yes.
Everyone's going Garrett, so I'll go with them. Is it Garrett Anderson?
It is not.
Highlight says Jim Edmonds.
Not Edmonds.
Is it Salmon?
It is Salmon.
Of course it's Salmon.
Because you talked yourself out of it.
I always talk myself out of it. K-Rod's a great guess, but yeah, that's a hard one. I mean, who do you take Tim Salmon out for any of these guys?
Yeah. It's tough.
I mean, do you put Anderson in over who? Nolan Ryan just because he was 3 other places? Maybe.
I mean, maybe.
It's obviously Rendon. Yeah, he's got to be number 1 or 2.
Most expensive players in history, yes.
Brutal. All right, next one.
Rough. All right, moving on to Texas. Who are the top 5 players in Texas Rangers history? Number 1 is Ivan Rodriguez. Number 2, Rafael Palmeiro. Number 3, Adrian Beltre. Number 4 is Buddy Bell. And number 5 is this guy, who is the 5th best player all time in Texas Rangers history.
I mean, for me personally, this is Michael Young's spot.
Well, he was 6th.
What? Oh, of course he was. Juan Gonzalez?
No, Juan was a little bit behind him.
God dang. Kenny Rogers, the gambler.
Oh, good choice, but no. This is a guy who he was in Texas for quite a while. Most of his career. I think he gets remembered elsewhere because he had a few years somewhere else where he was really good.
Curtis has got it then. Is it Ian Kinsler?
It is Ian Kinsler.
That's a dumb one too. I'm vetoing this. But listen, he was really good. Right? He was good, but that spot for me personally is Juan Gone or Michael Young. I could flip flop either one of those for that spot. But
I mean, it's fair. It's
but
fair. The hard part is that for the time Michael Young was there, he was such a good hitter. But like that's all he brought to you was average.
yeah, but
So
man,
it's hard.
I loved watching that guy hit though. It was insane.
Oh my god, he was one of my favorite guys to watch. I mean, I talk about he comes up for me all the time. We talk about the Rangers. He was my favorite Ranger ever.
My favorite Ranger ever is probably Rusty Greer, followed by Ivan Rodriguez.
Yeah.
But they had so like Rusty Greer, just his name fits with like the Texas Rangers. You know what I mean? Like
It does.
like it's the perfect name. But all right,
You guys are gonna be really mad when I tell you how I came up with these because man, you guys are fired up in the chat.
yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, I kind of want to finish all of them, then tell you, because then
Okay.
you're all going to be like, then you can't argue with me because it is
Yeah.
what it is. But anyways,
Sure.
all right. Moving on to the homeless athletics. Who are the top 5 players in athletics history? Number 1 is this guy. Number 2 is Ricky Henderson. Number 3 is Lefty Grove. Number 4 is Jimmy Fox, and number 5 is Eddie Collins. Who is the number 1 player in athletics history?
It's either Scott Hatterberg or Coco Crisp.
Obviously.
I mean, they did a whole movie on Scott Hatterberg. It's got to be him. I mean, Reggie Jackson.
Reggie's a good one.
Vita Blue for sure.
Mike Reed, greatest Texas Ranger is Chuck Norris.
That's, I mean,
Can't argue it. The
fair.
answer is in chat somewhere.
Wow. I mean, in what world is Ricky Henderson not the greatest athletic of all time? I'm with you. Curtis says Eddie Plank.
And Curtis would be correct.
Wow. He was one of those old athletics, but I don't know much about him.
Athletic, but
yeah.
But yes.
Crazy. How many
Eddie Plank?
He is in the Hall of Fame, correct? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. 3-time World Series champion, 326, 194 win-loss record, 2.35 ERA. You want to take a guess at what his WAR is, Harrison?
It's a bunch. It's like 100. No, it's 90 something, right?
Yeah, 91 and a half WAR. So pretty dominant, I would say.
And pretty much all as an Philadelphia Athletic.
Yeah.
Numbers are gross.
His best season, he completed 35 games. Listen to these complete games. I know, I get it. 1900. 28, 31, 33, 37, 35, 33. Like, jeez. Insane. 24 hit by pitch in 1905. Just drilling guys. Wow. 346 innings. 357 innings. God, the inning count is insane. But yeah, wow. All right. Yeah, Al Simmons, another great one. Eckersley. So, but
yep.
Yeah. All right.
All good choices.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Who are the top 5 players in Houston Astros history? Number 1 is Jeff Bagwell. Number 2 is Craig Biggio. Number 3 is this guy. Number 4 is Jose Cruz. And number 5 is Cesar Cedeno. Who is the 3rd best player in Houston Astros history?
I hate the answer that I've come up with, and it's probably, which means it's probably right.
Yes.
John Temple, this might be the comment of the night. 91.3 WAR. Damn, my kids have me at negative 1.1 for this year.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I would not want to get like a stat sheet for my kids.
It's like- yeah, I'm at like a -2 WAR this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with everybody. I love Roy Oswell. I love the Mike Scott love, but I love
Yep.
the Lance Berkman pick. But I have a feeling it is Jose Altuve, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, he's gonna be one of the best Astros ever when his career is over. He has gotten the most out of his body than per pound than anybody I've ever seen play the game. So
Yeah, pound for pound, the best player in the world.
yeah, easily. All right.
All right, over to the National League now. Who are the top 5 players in Los Angeles Dodgers history? Number 1, Clayton Kershaw. Number 2, Pee Wee Reese. Number 3, Don Sutton. Number 4 is this guy. And number 5 is Jackie Robinson. Who is the 4th best player in Los Angeles Dodgers history?
So names like Sandy Koufax comes up. How we're not on the top 5 is kind of crazy. Roy Campanella comes up. Zach Wheat is a great choice.
Yep.
Yeah, it's got to be the left arm of God, right? I mean,
It is not.
oh, Ivan's got it, and so does John Carter. Then it's Duke Snyder.
It is.
I mean, that's a good pick. But how do you not have Sandy Koufax on there though? I'd probably replace Sutton with him. Now I know Sutton was just as good, but
Yeah. But Sandy Koufax has it's
it's
like the
Sandy
aura of
Koufax.
Sandy. Yeah, it's the aura of Sandy Koufax.
Yeah.
The only thing better than Sandy Koufax's numbers were his aura. Like he
Yeah.
has this like godlike sense.
Yeah. Ivan, don't look into much about the city. Like if we mean the Dodgers, like we mean like their franchise history.
Yeah,
But
it's the whole franchise.
yeah, yeah.
That's why, like for the
But
Athletics, it was Eddie playing from the Philadelphia A's.
yeah, but you also right, but you didn't put a city in that one because
But
they
because
don't they
they're
don't even have
homeless,
one. Right.
the homeless
So
A's.
yeah. But how is Kershaw the top Dodger over Koufax? I think probably recency bias, and Kershaw has got the numbers. I mean,
I
he's
say
got the
Kershaw's number
3,000
one over
Ks.
Yeah, Kershaw's number one over Koufax because he has him beat in like literally every stat.
Yeah,
I mean, there's nothing I think that Koufax beats him at.
yeah, yeah. No, we're with you, Ivan. But just like with the Giants, we're gonna say
Right.
San Francisco Giants, but it also means New York Giants and whatever they
Yeah,
were
the
before.
whole franchise.
Just like when we say Braves, it also means Milwaukee and Boston. Like we just do the whole history. So instead of saying like we have to for the Angels, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, California Angels, formerly known as like the SoCal, like it's just easier to just use the current name. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, so the whole franchise.
yeah. All right.
All right. Who are the top 5 players in San Diego Padres history? Number 1 is Tony Gwynn. Number 2 is Dave Winfield. Number 3 is this guy. Number 4 is Manny Machado. And number 5 is Trevor Hoffman. Who is the 3rd best player in San Diego Padres history?
It would have taken me a while to name these 4 if you left them blank.
The Padres are one of those, like, I was just going to say the history for them is like so pitiful. It's like Tony Gwynn is like a huge fall off to everybody else. I mean,
Yeah.
Manny Machado is already considered in the top 5.
Yeah, isn't the gap between like Tony Gwynn's total number of hits and number 2 like it's like 1,000 and change? Like it's a
It's a
ton.
ton. I think the next closest guy has like half as many hits as Gwynn.
Man, I go Jake Peavy here. I go Ken Caminiti. Steve Garvey's a great one. Chris Gomez, the 90s shortstop. Remember
Oh
him?
yeah.
Mark Kotze. Oh, is it? No, it can't be him. Please, no. Is it Tatis?
It is Tatis.
Oh, barf. I was so high on this kid. I lost all respect after the dirt bike, the PDs, the
Yeah.
ringworm, or whatever he had because of the dirt bike. I don't know. And he has lost a lot. Like, he's not the same player he was when he first came in. So
No.
I mean, I get it. Fans still love him. He's still flashy, but yeah,
And I mean, and he has produced. Like that's the hard part. Like he has. I mean,
yeah,
obviously this year's a little bit of an anomaly, but I mean, he has been a generally productive guy. I mean, he's got 158 career home runs, 277 batting average, 430 RBIs in 6 seasons basically.
yeah. Curtis, I'm with you right here. Like, it's this one's laughable. Benito Santiago should be there. That's a great one.
Yeah.
And Mr. Clams, like, yeah, with you. Tony Gwynn, and then everyone else. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's not even close. I'll take Greg Vaughn over Tatis Jr. Yeah. He couldn't hit concrete if he fell out of a cement truck right now.
He's terrible right now. Like
Yeah, it's.
right now is not a great, but that's also like an indictment of the Padres history. Like the
I
bar is
mean,
so low.
yeah. I mean, he does play incredible defense. I'll give it to him.
He
Like,
does.
platinum glove last year, I think he won. So I mean,
Yeah.
like, I get it, but you're right. The bar's not set very high, and Tony
It's
Gwynn's in a.
very low.
And it's I would say Tony Gwynn even makes that bar lower because it's just like no one's ever gonna be Tony Gwynn in Padres history.
No.
Ever. So, like, where does that bar even start? Like,
Well,
he's in such a league of his own that the bar doesn't matter.
yeah, like Benito Santiago should be there. Benito Santiago was there for 7 years. And he was he was an average catcher. Like he was good, but he wasn't like outstanding. Um
Which in Padres history, that means he was outstanding.
and that's the hard part. Like you remember, Benito Santiago's entire career, he's a 27 WAR player. Um Tatis is already better than that.
Yeah.
It's
I
just,
guess.
it's such a low bar when like, Greg Vaughn, who was there for like a minute. I mean, he was there for longer than that, but like some of these guys, like they should be on this list, and you're like, they shouldn't be on anybody's list. Like this list itself is terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, Greg Vaughn was in San Diego for 3 years.
Yeah.
Like that's how low the bar is in San Diego.
Yeah. Trevor Hoffman should be number 2. Agree.
Closer.
Yeah.
Closer.
Well, yeah, he's closing out the list. John Kruk should be higher. Yeah. All right. Next one.
All right, here we go. Rockies. This will be fun. Who are the top 5 players in Colorado Rockies history? Number 1, Todd Helton. Number 2, Larry Walker. Number 3, Nolan Arenado. Number 4, Troy Tulowitzki. And number 5 is this guy. Who is the 5th best player in Colorado Rockies history? Again, another low bar. Like this is good players, but like not a juggernaut.
I mean, Hunter Goodman.
Hunter Goodman already. I like that answer.
Or the Humidor.
I mean, the Humidor probably should get some consideration for top 5.
I love Blackman in this spot, but I don't know how he made like top 5. Carlos Gonzalez was really loved there.
Hard part with Blackman is like as good as he was, like his numbers are still like kind of meh.
Yeah. I mean, we got. Let's go to the chat here.
The answer, I will say, the answer is in chat right now.
All right, so we got Blackman, we got Andres Galarraga. I love that one. Hunter Goodman. I mean, he's gonna be that kid's ridiculous. Mr. Clams with me with Cargo. That's what I'm going.
That's a good one.
Holiday, Cargo, Blackman. Is it Holiday?
Nope.
All right. Well, okay. Trevor Story.
It is Trevor Story.
Trevor Story. All right. Nice job, Curtis. I mean, he had 2 home runs on his debut, opening day, I think, for the Rockies when he came up. I mean,
Yeah, he was. It was what? So six. I mean, in 6 seasons there, he was super productive.
yeah,
If he had stayed in Colorado, Trevor Story might have been like one of their all timers, like the Mount Rushmore, the top two, because he was going to put up some numbers there.
yeah. I mean, he was, yeah, 24 home runs or more in his first 6 seasons, not
Yeah.
counting COVID, obviously.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, but even the COVID season, he still tore it up.
Yeah, 11 homers.
Yeah, averaging 20 plus stolen bases. I mean, the dude was an animal.
Yeah, I can somewhat get behind that one, I guess.
Yeah, he was so good when he was there.
Yeah, yeah,
John Temple, he hit some balls that still haven't landed yet.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, Dante Bichette, another name that we didn't bring up. So,
Yep.
yeah, out in the Colorado's like going to San Diego. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, moving on to your team, Nick. Who are the top 5 players in Arizona Diamondbacks history? Number 1, Randy Johnson. Number 2, Paul Goldschmidt. Number 3 is this guy. Number 4 is Brandon Webb. Number 5 is Luis Gonzalez. Who is the 3rd best player in Arizona Diamondbacks history?
Is it my boy?
Yeah, you know it is.
Is it really?
It is.
All right, let's go.
He's been there for a while and put up some
Yeah.
numbers.
Forget how long he's been there already.
I do too. I always forget that he's spent as much time there as he has. I mean, he's going on. This is year number 10 in Arizona.
Wow.
I mean, he's gonna be one of the longest tenured guys there too at some point here soon.
Yeah, easily. There's some. I mean, there's some other guys that could possibly fit in here, but I mean, I think these are the top 5, and
Yeah.
I don't really think it's. I don't think it's close.
Poor John. So we're living the nightmare of the Ketel Marte trade.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm with you guys. Like, terrible trade, but it is what it is. Yeah, Ketel Marte is my favorite player to watch right now. He just hits absolute rockets. He plays well, other than the other day. Plays really good defense. I just love his game. So
yep, agreed.
Nice.
All right, last one, Nick, for tonight. Who are the top 5 players in San Francisco Giants history? Number 1 is Willie Mays. Number 2 is Barry Bonds. Number 3 is Mel Ott. Number 4 is this guy. And number 5 is Carl Hubble. Who is the 4th best player in San Francisco Giants history?
Kurt Manwaring.
Oh, man, you got that fast.
Rod Beck.
No, but Mustache Hall of Fame, yes.
Yeah, for sure.
And overall awesome dude Hall of Fame, yes.
Willie McCovey is a more legitimate guess.
McCovey's the great guess. Is not McCovey.
Not McCovey. Marischal's a great guess by highlights. Buster Posey, Christy Mathewson, Bumgarner, Will Clark.
It is Mathewson.
Well, I mean, that makes sense.
Kind of hard to argue that one.
Yeah, I don't really have much for that, except for no love for McCovey. His career was pretty ridiculous. But
Michael, if it's not Mathewson, I riot.
I mean, that one makes sense for sure.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad it's Mathewson. Then I would not want you to riot all by yourself down there, Michael.
Yeah. Right. Crazy. Yeah. So.
Oh, so look, I'm just listing names that shouldn't be.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, makes sense for sure. But man, those are awesome. I mean, I know they spark a lot of debate, but I mean, wild.
It's fun.
Some of them I don't agree with. Some of them I can make an argument of why they're there. But yeah, but
It all comes
Mathewson,
back. It all comes down to like, how do you value players? Like, what is the metric you pick, or is it the memories you have of them? Is it because it is a certain thing? Is it you value guys that hit home runs, drove in runs? Like, everybody's got a different barometer.
right, right. Yeah, just like if why someone's your favorite player, right? I mean,
Exactly.
it's the same thing. So
Exactly.
yeah. Yeah, it's sparked so much discussion, and like the posts that we've been doing, the reels that we've been doing of like the subjective top fives, like it's really cool to see everybody lay out their entire
Yeah.
like thought process. And like I wish I could sit down and answer every comment, because there's some incredible stuff in our comment section. Like I read it all, but I can't physically answer the amount of comments we're getting. But I mean, the baseball knowledge it like never fails to amaze me here. Absolutely incredible. But and just watching the comment section, man, it blows my mind every day how much stuff you guys know. So pretty cool. Anyways, I got nothing else for tonight. Harrison, do you have anything else for tonight?
Paul Skeens only won a start. That was positive.
He's what, 4 wins on the year now?
God, it's terrible.
Yeah.
I think that brings it. Was that bringing him to 7-7 or 7-8? I don't even know anymore.
It's brutal. Absolutely brutal.
It's rough. It is rough.
Yeah. Well, does chat have anything? I know we're kind of up against it at 2.5 hours here, but do any of you guys have anything else to add for this evening? I mean, not a bad news weekend considering we weren't sure what we were going to get, but we had a couple action-packed days there, Saturday and Sunday. So,
yeah,
baseball's back. So, Ivan says, "Shout out to the Red Sox. Help the Yankees gain ground on the Rays. Much appreciated, Boston." You're welcome. So, thank you, Mr. Clams. Appreciate it. Have a good night, buddy. We'll see you. Yeah, I'm tired. Watch out for the Orioles. Oh my, yeah, 7 games. They're on a 7-game heater. One of the streaks is going to end tomorrow. So
yeah, they've been playing really well.
Yeah, so they're on 7. Boston's on 13. So we will see what happens. But yes, thank you guys. Congrats on 350 for us. It's been an absolute wild ride. Appreciate the support that you guys give us show after show. It's absolutely incredible. And I love that you guys love coming here. Feel safe with your takes, and respected about your takes too. Because I mean, there are some times that I like fans don't respect other people's takes, and I've said it before. We all perceive baseball different. We all take it in different, and like we interpret it our own way. And my way's not wrong. Your way's not wrong. It's just how we perceive the game, and that's what makes this game so beautiful, right? So I absolutely love it. Thank you for all the congratulations. It means a lot. And yeah, coming 500, man. We're on this pace, 2 episodes a week. Like we could be at it soon, Harrison. So who knows? 500.
Won't take long.
No, it won't. So, yeah, absolutely incredible. So I got nothing else. You got nothing else?
All set.
All right. Well, we will be back Thursday for either a roundtable discussion or something else. We will see what happens on Thursday. So I know we're talking about working in some fun stuff and got some things in the works. So we'll see what we have planned for Thursday. But just keep your eyes out, and we'll let you know. But otherwise than that, have a great week. We'll see you Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you haven't already, go to the Etsy store. That's for you, John Carter. I know. Finally promoting our stuff. Go to the Etsy store, rounding 3RD Baseball. Check out our merch. Until then, we will see you